Good evening. It has been a very long time since I have streamed, months, if not a year at this point. Um, for all of you that have joined my channel in the midst of the Rocky Mountain RepRap Festival, massive success. Thank you. Um, it's still new. Hey, Mika, how you doing? Been a long time. Yeah, it's been whirlwind. What 7, 8 months since we started this in September. Um, but yeah, it was nuts. I do apologize. My office is an absolute disaster. I still haven't made enough space for the stuff I came home with after the event. Um, building another printer, and I hope everyone's doing well. What have you been up to, Mika? Steve? Anything fun? Um, you're the only watcher, so yeah, it's been insane to get as many people as we did at that event. Was beyond the wildest expectations we ever had. To just fill that place on Saturday was nuts, and it at least shows that we weren't completely wrong doing it. There are a lot of things that we are addressing for next year. For those that aren't watching, we are hoping to do, and we're aiming to do, bolt halls, which will equal 36,000 square feet of space, which by space will be the biggest RepRap Festival. I am putting some music on the background. Apologize for the volume. I just want to have something in the background. I need to figure out a different way, but it works. I will be working on my Voron as soon as Amazon shows up with my my engineering squares that I ordered, because I've never had them. Hey, non-fam, long time no see. Hope you're well. I hope you saw a ton of things. And yeah, it was insane. Thank you. Yeah, it's still getting attention. I think it opened up a new group of makers to this. People that have never seen it, never experienced it, and truly, it's addicting. It's like a drug. Yeah. Package delivery service, thanks to my wife. I'm gonna mute for a sec. Probably should have let the address be seen on camera, but it's okay. Right. So I ordered these Fowler high precision, engineering squares. And let's see if they're actually anything worth anything. Ooh, nice. I really only need the large one, which is funny. They send you this little dinky one. That's cute. I see the use for certain things, but that's a nice little square. I think it's solid too. Comes in a nice bag, oiled, which means I need paper towel to clean it off. I assume they oil it to keep it from rusting while it's in transit, which makes complete sense. Hope the music's not too annoying. It's really the only thing I have. But again, I haven't streamed and had to have been a year. Less than that, I would think. But I don't know. Ever since we started the event planning in September of last year. Yes, not even a year, which surprised the absolute heck out of my co-organizer, Mike, because when I first said, hey, let's plan this, he's like, okay, so 18 months? No, this coming April. And he was kind of, I don't know if he's overwhelmed, he's surprised for sure. And, obviously we did something right. Now we have to do it again. That's the hard part, is doing it again and getting the same quality of an event, same. I mean, people will come. I'm not so worried about that, but getting the quality of sponsors, makers, influencers, things like that. Can't hear the music. Good. Let me turn it up a little. It's louder in my headphone. I'm going to do it to there. And yeah, I'm hoping someone will hop in because I need to work on my Voron. I was an idiot and screwed up on putting the roll-in T-nuts on there. Cool. Let's see. Just trying to see if anyone else will hop in. You never know. People like to hang out. Oh, non-fam. Hey, Shane. I don't know where the fluff butt is, but he's running around. Being stubborn, he has to have less treats. Yeah, it was insane. Little few issues there were the amount of people. I have a picture of it. It was packed. I talked to the venue, and they're like, 10-foot aisles are usually great especially for first-year events. And they've already advised us next year we need to make sure we have 1, wider aisles, and 2, both halls. So we're intending on that fully, pending a bunch of stuff coming together like it should. And my printer's about to start, so I'm going to have to watch that here in just a sec. But yeah, if it all works out, we'll have 36,000 square feet, which would be insane. And the benefit is with Colorado venues, we can only keep just going bigger. So let's see. Okay, sorry, printing some Voron parts in some absolutely gorgeous KVP Stellar Red. Absolutely gorgeous. And funny enough, most of the parts that are printed on this Voron were printed on this Prusa. So now I'm doing the right thing and printing everything on a Voron like you should. So let's see if this is square. Hoping. Oh, no. Well, good to know. Now the question is, how unsquare is this side? Yeah. Well, one's better. Yeah, keeping things square. Hey, Beard Bucket, it was great meeting you. I'm wondering if I have space on my keyboard or on my desk to do this instead of way over there, because it's a lot more fun to do this when you're being able to watch camera. You're in the Springs, aren't you, Bearded Bucket? I think, if I remember. This, more of this. Big old trident frame. Ooh, let's just knock that over. Hardest part's finding it flat on the surface. Big old frame. I'm feeling. Damn, someone might have framed me. Sorry, bad pun. You can all fire me at any point for that. All right, so pretty damn square, actually. That's a rarity. Square parts, like, that's nuts. To actually get that damn close is insane. Some adjustments to be made, but I'm going to be printing a lot of parts on this thing. I just keep running my headset into this. So it makes sense to keep it close as possible. Nice. All right. Yeah. I don't know much about the Tronxies. I should probably look a little bit deeper. Ooh, that is not. Is that not? Huh? No, that is. Okay. Now, it all depends. Every printer has their benefits. Rat rigs are very overbuilt, in my personal opinion, but they are also made to be fast. There's benefits and drawbacks to both. I haven't dug into rat rigs so much, so that's a slight issue there. But just trying to level this guy out, make sure everything's straight after having to take this thing apart for the 17th time. When you put the wrong T-nuts in, you get to take apart a frame, Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the cost difference is going to be on that, so that's another factor that I can't specifically speak to. But again, your printer, your decision. You do what's best for you. Nice. Yeah, that's the one thing that drives me nuts about YouTube, Bearded Bucket, is you can't at anyone, which is stupid on YouTube mobile. It's like you should be able to. You should be able to at people. I don't get why you can't. Now, I can do it on my iPad, I can't do it on my Android. So I don't. Who knows? It's Google at that point, Yeah, I don't know. I would say, Mika, look at the price difference for parts and printed parts. Because, figuring out cost effectiveness is huge. I do like this square. I like how heavy it is. You can literally just set it on something, pull it up, and be good. And that's actually the hardest thing to do because I'm trying to line up a damn screw. Nice, I rhymed. Oh god, someone fired me. So, problem is I need this extra pair of hands. It just falls. Right, we're going to do this by eye and then check it. How's that? Beautiful frame. Oh, who else is hanging out? Yep, building a trident. Thank you, Jason with LDL Motors. Such a nice guy. I've met him. This event was my third time. I met him at Murph and Earth last year. Such a nice guy, so down to earth, wants to be part of the community, doesn't want to hinder anything, he just wants to help. He just wants to make the best products he's able to, kind of like Hector over at Fabrico. So it's hard to find that. I understand it, but there's a lot of companies, I'm not going to name any, that are just in it for the money. And I know there's a handful that aren't. Hey, Viking! What's going on? If you want a link, I'll drop it in chat. Great to see you. Next year, I'm going to talk with some sponsors and see if we can get you out to the event. It would be absolutely amazing to get you all the way out here. Why is this slipping? The hardest part of the thing. Hey, what's going on, Vince? Long time no see. Sorry for the absolutely horrible, repetitive music, but, something to fill the background while I'm sitting here. If any of you want to join, feel free. Be fun to chat directly as well. Oh, come on. I'm still waiting on printed parts for this guy. I have some, but I have had my fair share of issues this week, of course, with the big Voron. This is a tiny Voron. I'm hoping this guy will fit in that one. Oh, man. Everyone's been getting sick lately. It's never fun being sick. Never, ever. I was sick, what, a week and a half before the event. I felt like crap. I guess there's a viral something or another going around that leaves a nice cough behind for about a week and a half. And I still had that. And it's never fun. My wife is just recovering from it. Of course, you live together, sharing is caring. Oh, dude, Viking, we'll have you next year. Next year, I'm getting a Segway, though. I'm not. I walked 80,000 steps over 3 days, which was absolutely insane. So that was a lot of steps. It was worth it. Just don't tell my legs. Oh, come on. Why are you slipping? I need to make like a 3D printed brace so that when you tighten this stuff, it doesn't slip and you lose your square. Yeah, I was off, last Monday? Was it really last Monday? Yeah. Off Monday and Tuesday, and I spent most of the day Monday in bed. I've got a Tempur-Pedic that moves and all that. And okay, let's try it this way. Hey, zombie. It's all good. There's reasons why no one follows. Mostly because I don't stream much. I like to join streams because most of everyone else has a plentiful pile of followers. I don't actually track anymore where I'm at. So my content's more just hanging out, chatting, like a lot of us, But I enjoy the streams where there's other people on the stream with me. It's more fun, to chat and communicate and not have to talk through chat with a slight delay, Okay. Yeah, my nice trident that who sent me. Trying to tighten this thing without getting out of square as best I can. But doing it's like impossible. Yeah, I mean, time definitely goes by, but honestly, this is most people I've seen in my streams in a long time. There was a long time ago we had a stream. I think we were raising money for my buddy Dan. Because something happened a couple years back, and their Thanksgiving got ruined and whatnot. And we raised enough money to have one of his friends go deliver a Thanksgiving meal. Yeah. I told Jason, here's my two options. Send me whatever. And Zombie, I don't think you've seen my printed parts color yet. It's not Polymaker. It's KBP Stellar Red. So it's got a nice glitter to it. And it's not that bright. It's just the camera picking it up. But that's going to be a very nice combo. Yeah. I think I've seen you now. The kicker is I go to bed around 10:30, but I would be perfectly fine. Hey, Tim. If you'd like to join, feel free. It'd be great to have you in chat. I know you're always working on a printer when you're around, so you're always fun to have. Let's see if I can fix this issue. And then I can start mounting parts. The hard part is I'm on the stream, and I also need to read the manual and all that. For those of you that haven't built an LDO kit, LDO does a few different things. They have their own mods, which I'm using some of them. Not all of them. Mostly because why have an anywhere near stock printer? You've been working on Fenrir for a long time, haven't you? Someone messaged me. Sorry. Clicking around. LDO. Yep. luxury dynamic operations. I don't know. Sorry, bad noise. Hold on. Sorry, really bad noise. Yeah, so I made the mistake. Sweet. Be great to have you. Retweet wherever you can if you wouldn't mind, Tim. That'd be amazing. Same with you, Zombie. If you wouldn't mind, it'd be great to have a nice little hangout party. Yeah, don't put M3 T-nuts in a spot where you need M5s. Spend more time taking apart the printer and putting it back together. Let's see. Dropping things. Oh man. Yeah, Fenrir has been a long project for you. You've been working on that, I think, since work hockey days. Yeah, but when it's out, we'll make sure we get them at the RepRap Fest. All right, so eight. All right, let's see. One thing I like about the LDO kit is the rail, not even backers, rail T-nut replacement. So you put this in on your rail and you don't have to worry about spacing, or on your extrusion, you don't have to worry about spacing your T-nuts all the way around. You just put it in and make sure it lines up with one hole, and voila, you've got yourself a thing. Let me make sure I'm doing this right, otherwise I'm going to make myself a mess. And where's my manual? Oh, it's on the same freaking browser, isn't it? Because of course. Well, I'm going to do this. Try and read the manual while I stream, which is going to be interesting. I have way too many screens up. Ooh, bring this down here. That might help. It's okay. It's not great. Sorry. Yeah, the rail things are great. I do need to show people. Nothing against Jason's kits. Nothing against them. They're great kits. Except for one thing. One thing. Here's what's kind of, I had to want to do linear rail. So, brand new, in the bag, linear rail. Falls right to the bottom, right? No problem. Preload, my favorite thing. Use a slop. Doesn't allow for a little bit of mode. So this is the Honey Badger preload, and no matter what I do, I can barely get that thing to go down. Now it's a heavy preload, but on X and Y, you want that. You want a heavier preload so you have better accuracy when the belts are going a different direction. It actually stops. So, Z-axis, not a big deal because that's literally just made to guide. But, is what it is. So, hoping to at least add some parts. I did have part disconnect from the bed on this print, which is a 24-hour print. During the day, and I had to stop the print because I don't have cancel object turned on, and I couldn't figure out what object it was either way. So that's its own problem. And you go from there. So almost back. Some blue Loctite and the screw I was using. Yeah. Yeah, and then the faster you go with stock rails, again, more slop. But I get it. You know, buying 3 rails I think cost me $70 from Fabrico. So, you know, considering I'm going to be using this for printing a lot of parts in the very near future, quality is important for me. You know, I'm sure it is for a lot of people. So that is drop in again. They have this little trick where you use the rail and hold it in place while you secure. Well, you're not building yours for a while, right, Zombie? I think we had talked about that. Which I'm not that patient. If I'd had the printed parts done by now, I probably would be printing on this thing. The intention is over the weekend to get this thing printing if everything works out, which I doubt. Highly doubt. But we'll see. It'd be nice. I did, you know, Fabrico gave out their special box that a lot of people got, and I'm using the LDO Super Power steppers with 5160 drivers because I want this thing to be able to just crank stuff out. And with it being smaller, the accelerations will be faster. You know, try to all your stuff's hard mounted instead of, you know, gantry based like the Voron. So there are benefits. The biggest thing I don't like is the center of gravity being so high. But benefits and drawbacks, right, to everything. That's why I don't like a lot of, like, I had a Raise 3D for a while, and having it so high, you get a lot more vibration in your prints. You know. Let's. Ooh, it's square. It's nice. It's shiny. That side is not square. Not even a little bit. So. Up a little. Ooh, that's shiny. It's nice. I need to figure out better music someday. I really do. But what do you do? I've looked at them. You have to pay for a lot of them, so it's not highly valuable for me. Just checking if things at it. It's a little high, so. Cue that. I hate this some days. But percussive maintenance, right? Always works. Yeah, that's not square. Oh, come on. Why is that doing that? But yeah, event was insane. I would do that again in a second. I understand why it's such a task to put something like that together, especially in a short time, which I know for anyone who's organized any kind of an event is, you know, most of these take a year to do. We did not want to wait that long because we were worried someone might do it for us. You know, fear of missing out, right? Now we put the last guy on, and then I can start mounting some parts, some printed pots. I'm also doing the kinematic mounts from LL, light something or another. It's from Fabrico, but everyone sells them. I'm amazed at the bed. It's 9 mil thick, which when I built my Voron back in 2021, my big one, Mandala Roseworks is selling 6 mil beds. So if I can make some money here in the next few months doing this, and upgrade that printer to a 9 mil bed. I think that bed is tacoed. I've changed out all my gantry extrusion and everything. And I think it's just toast, and it happens. Especially on the thinner the metal, the more chance it works. So, not the end of the world. I can't believe how heavy this 250 bed is. It's insanity. Like, it's probably 10, 15 pounds. So we're going to do a quick check on square. Does not look square to me. There it is. Okay. Cool. Okay. Now we continue. Follow the directions, man. I should probably share my screen. Present. Why not? Boop, boop, meow. There, that'll work. Alright, so we did the T-nuts. I don't have idlers yet. I'm doing the Rama's better front idlers. They're a little less... They stick out less, so I'm going to use those with this cap go. So those parts are in process. So I'm going to skip the idlers for the moment and do the X and Y axis parts. God, these motors are huge. I'm excited. I am very excited to run those. Next, you. Rotation. Loosen the bolts and slide into place. Of course. Well, I did assemble a little early, but it's all good. Printer. What, I think the last printer I built or did, I don't know if it was before Earth or after. I did the belt printer, and that was 2 days of felt. 2 days of grueling streaming. Lurking for a bit, you're good. I'm around. I sent you the link if you want to join again. Anyone who feels like hanging out, you are welcome. Line up. There we go. That's going to be nice. Unfortunately, with the way I have it set up, you can't actually see what I'm doing. It's all good. Yeah, the music kind of sucks. I apologize for that, but it is what it is, right? I've noticed that not so many people are streaming lately as much, so that'd be a good idea. Actually, get on a stream and instead of just joining them, host one. That's that part. Takes M5 by 10. It's a pile of everything by everything. Hey, Pez! What's going on? I can't tell if I'm getting rated or anything, but if you would like to join, I know you're a busy person. Feel free. Link is right there below your comment. Um, Oh, that's going to be interesting. So they have you install your screws right here. I don't have the height to do it. Let me try this. There we go. Actually, there's an idea. Let's do it this way. That way everyone can see. Because if you can't see, no big deal. No, it's a big deal. Oh, Loctite. Don't forget your Loctite, ladies and germs. Last thing you need on a fast printer is bolts dropping out, which has happened many times. Oh, you're eating supper? I will be too, but I will be the rude person and eat on stream. So I basically got home from work, said hi to my wife, came in here, and started at least planning for the stream. I don't know how far I'm going to get on this, but I'll be on probably another hour and 45 minutes or so, till 9 my time. But Liz, we're going to have to get you to the event next year for sure. I know there's a lot of people, a lot of companies, just like Matt Stoltz said, a lot of companies that missed out and, or had no interest in a first year. Or I'm sure rethinking that for next year. Oh, I can't see where the freaking peanuts are. Benefits and drawbacks. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Insane. I'm glad Zombie made it out. It was great to finally meet him. See him on streams and everything. And, for those that didn't know, I didn't do the event to make money at all. Actually, directly from any finances relating to the event, me, Mike, and Zach have not taken a personal financial profit. That doesn't include any free stuff we've gotten, but yeah, that's different. Free stuff. Oh no! You have to throw out your bed, Liz? I hope not. That would be not so fun. Hey, Mika. I'm very impatient with this printer, but it's assembling rate, quality. And I finally found Andrew Ellis's PIF profile, which concerns printing printer parts for a while. Allows you to print faster. At least to a point. Kids, don't over tighten your hardware. You'll crack your beautifully printed ABS parts. Which I know the Voron team is not a fan of textured plate parts. Hey, Kit. Long time no see. I know I've seen you on a million other streams. But, it's been ages since I last streamed, so absolutely ages. Now let's just make sure everything else is nice and snug. If you want to join, Kid, I know you don't normally join, but if you want to, let me know, and I will re-drop the link again. Hope my audio's okay. I kind of moved the mic out of the way. Okay, there's one. Yay. We've gotten one done. Yeah, blue is one of my favorite colors. So, it's all good. Blue and red. Of course, the printer I sold at the event was red, so why not replace it? Um, yeah, I met Doc. Such a nice guy. Holy crap, that guy. You would think in the, world of printers, you get a guy like him, he's not going to be a nice guy, but he was such a pleasure to chat with. I know I showed it off on streams, but he handed me the Voron Supercube, which is insane that I had most of the Voron team sign that was there. This thing's heavy. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This cube is like it's got to be a 350. Oh, yeah. Not even, you print this on a 400 in one shot. But they all printed their parts as a nice little thank you, and I still need to figure out what to do with it. I'm tempted to find a way to, I need to find someone that I know that does woodworking and does epoxy coating, and have them epoxy coat that. And see what it comes out like, Alright, so of course, saline. Nice. Benefit of us war owners, we can put our own damn parts, or replacement parts, or upgrades, or anything we feel. That's the whole idea, isn't it? Print. I know. Oh. Now we just hope someone joins before my wife brings me dinner. That way I'm not eating on stream. I mean, I will if I have to. I am hungry. Get closer. I hate the bottled blue Loctite. I love the stick. Burned filament. Ooh. Yeah, it can happen. More than any of us imagine. Yeah, it happens, unfortunately. That's just part of it. I have that issue with white filament. All right, Viking, great to see you. Hope to see you soon. Have a good night. Feel better. And we'll see you around. Who else is hanging? I know people are lurking. No big deal. Lurk. Yeah, the music's kind of crappy, and I do apologize for that. But to find music that's free and has no rights to it is hard. But if I continue to stream, then I will. I don't know why I'm even sharing my screen. We'll just go back to this. Okay. This is gonna look good. I can't believe how small the 250 kits are. I wanted a 300 easily just because 250 is kind of small. But to change it, you're talking longer belts, longer extrusions, all axes. You're talking longer rails, which is not worth the expense by the time you're done. Someday though, maybe. Let's see. What the? Something in those directions. It's weird. Oh man. So, of course, another minor issue. And I probably read it wrong. There is on the Trident, there's a little hole right here for the Hall effect end stops. Takes an M3. I put M5s everywhere on this thing. I missed it. Completely missed it. Which means I get to take this side apart again. Welcome to 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. Sponsored by me. Always something. Always, right? Another round of squaring parts. That's what I get. It'll happen. As long as I don't do it again. Which I probably will. Let's see. Loosen these guys. So what's everyone else been up to? I got the sock, yeah. What hot end are you running, Kit? Are you running just a J head or a V6? Because, as you well know, I've had my fair share of issues with them. That's why I won't run them anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. There's a couple cool tool changer mods I've been seeing. One's got an arm, and you can have like 20 heads on it or something like that, which is insane. It's a lot of heads. And then, the Tridex, which is cool because you really only have to change out 4 extrusions, but that's a very custom thing. It's a great idea. I love the idea, but when it's that custom, you just, unless you have a lot of time to mess with it, and I don't, try to nice. Yeah, it happens. All right, so here. And M3 and reassemble. Yeah. Here. And here. And then reassemble all that to literally just reassemble. Hey, Dan. Well, if you want to join, I can drop the link. I'd love to have you in. We can chat. It's been a long time, sir. There is shitty music playing in the background. Yes, Shane. Very shitty StreamYard's rock music. I'm too lazy to queue up anything else. Come on. There we go. I know the Voron community does not like mosquitoes because of the patent issues. I like them. Personal preference, right? Oh, has a deer. Oh, dears. You too. Sorry for the noise. Ooh.
Hello.
Welcome to my 3 steps forward, 4 steps back.
Yeah, you were a little further along the last time I saw you.
Yeah, well, when you put the wrong T-nuts in, and then, it happens, unfortunately. But what do? You fix it, and, it's that good old ADD. Ooh, we got zombie! It's a party now.
Hey, how's it going?
Bud. Welcome to my stream.
Awesome.
I know, it's a rarity for me to stream anymore. I'm just so busy,
Yeah, it takes a bit of commitment, and honestly, if you're gonna stream, it is best to stick to a schedule too.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. It might. I'm gonna try to at least once a week, but I don't know. The other issue is time, especially when having this event stuff for next year. Anytime I think of something, it gets written down or typed down, because next year's gotta go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
And double the space, which is gonna be double the problems.
Yeah. Well, it'll be good. I think it'll honestly solve more problems than it'll create.
Oh, yeah. I don't
'cause
know.
it just needs more room.
Yes, but it'll also create its own problems because there's an entrance on the south hall too. You can't have
Ooh.
two entrances, so we're literally going to have to sit someone at that entrance or lock the doors. But we can't
I would lock the
for
doors.
fire safety. We can't fire safety.
No.
People can exit, but they cannot come back in. So we're going to have to staff someone at those doors.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe even put a sign that says use the other entrance.
Yeah,
Or main
I don't
entrance that way.
know. Right. Yeah, I get that, Kit.
But people
There's
are still
nice-
going to ignore it. So I see.
Nice color
see.
combo.
Although, yes, that looks really good.
It's the stellar KVP red.
Did you do your whole entire kit red, or do you have another accent color?
I have an accent silver, metallic silver.
Silver. Okay.
Just a little
Nice.
bit of it. When I did my Voron, I really screwed with it, and you know my bottom parts were my like black and blue. So I messed
Yeah.
with it. I didn't feel like doing that this time around. I felt like, hey, let's just get the thing printed. You know, it's enough of a headache trying to plan your parts prints. Especially for time and work and all that crap. You know. But we'll see. And got another day of printing just on the main parts on the Voron. And then I can get into the major stuff. I am doing the inverted electronics bay mod. So you don't have to flip the printer. And I'll send that to you. It's literally 4 brackets and 3 different Z motor mounts, and that's it. And it allows you to take the panel off from above, and you don't have to flip your printer to service the electronics.
That's actually almost tempting. It really is.
For 5 parts, dude, or 8 parts, here, let me find the
tempting.
link. I'll drop you that link.
Actually,
right
my
now.
favorite that I've seen is Kyle Davis's side pack, which extends it. It's a new frame, but it extends it and puts everything on the side. I like it because it actually adds a bit of stability.
Yeah.
So be like a
I
wider
would
frame.
do that, but I don't want
But I'd be interested to see, and I'll see how yours comes out. I haven't really seen too many top-mounted electronics.
Yeah, well, it's not top, but I'm just gonna drop it in chat.
Okay.
For ease of sharing.
I might stick with stock for now, but this will be a machine that I mod.
Yeah, I mean I'm modding it from the get-go.
Oh, okay. That mod.
See?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So it's literally just, if you look at how the video is, it's just a panel that flips up, and it's the same panel as you.
Okay, I'm
would
definitely doing
order
that.
Yes.
I'm definitely doing that then.
There's a hinged bed mod for the 2.4, but it uses gas shocks. I'm like, I would love to do that. But
That's weird.
because you know how much of a pain in the butt it is to service this printer when you need to fix a wire.
I am well aware.
It's insane. And
well aware.
It's like everything should be accessible from the top or the back or the side. Or
the rail core has electronics on the side, and it's nice.
Mm-hmm. It makes you know, if you have to change out a driver or something, you don't have to balance it between 2 things. Like I literally use my toolbox and pull it out and have like a foot of space to work on the damn printer, hoping it doesn't crush me. There's a drawer mod.
Oh, that's right. There's the drawer mod too.
I want to. If there's a drawer mod for the 2.4, sold. I'll print that right there now.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I haven't really looked at too much, but I mean, to be completely honest, how often are you actually going to, be under there and working on it?
With my luck and the amount of, when I built my big Voron, it was pre-kits.
Hey, not fam.
So
yeah,
and I got lazy with electrical because I started being nice about how
everyone gets lazy on electrical.
And then I got to the point of I need to finish this printer and just started plugging shit in.
Even the people writing the manuals for the electrical.
Oh yeah.
They got lazy on electrical.
Yep. Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, 3 weeks after I finished building it, they finally updated the part of the documentation. It was like, oh, that's how that's plugged in.
Right.
The stealth burner, the LEDs in the tool head, they didn't really have any notes in the documentation for the LDL kit.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, I don't know where to plug this in, so it's just gonna chill here in the bottom of the case.
Right. Well, I'm running the superpower steppers, which are going to be insane.
Yeah, I'm excited to see your thoughts on those. So I am going to use the stock 0.9 steppers because I want to test them. I want to print and see how well it is. I am not. I like speed, but if I can sacrifice speed for quality, then it depends. So I want to try them because it comes with the kit and it's already wired. So I'll have to wire in any new motors.
Yeah. Seeing if I have a printed part or if it's sitting in process. Well,
I sort of broke my crimpers. The spring for like the ratcheting mechanism, it's gone. I lost that at Rocky Mountain.
Yeah. Oh no. And I noticed. So, who won that rook? Or did someone take it home, or did you take it home?
Which
one? The one you were building at the event.
That's mine.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my first.
You have that front rail still on it?
That
Rocky Mountain RepRap Festival. Oh,
that's right.
Ooh, we've got a Tim. Wow, it's becoming a party stream. I don't know. Should I let Tim in? Probably a good idea. Yo.
Yeah, I'm pretty close on the hinge.
Can't hear you, Tim. Mic check. 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I'm almost there on the hinge.
Nice.
I have to flip which way it's forcing the hinge to close.
Where's Waldo?
Hey, how's it going?
That might be better.
There you go.
Oh, I was gonna mess with them a bit.
Oh, I know.
Helps by turning the master volume up.
Right.
I got
may the force be with you.
There you go.
I got a good charge out of it. So about
it's a little incognito.
Yeah.
But it works.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then
I
on the
saw
inside,
that on Grant's stream.
you'll be able to see it. Well, yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice. Oh.
They named it Printing McPrint Face.
I love it.
Neat.
So stupid.
Ooh,
so I put it on the inside.
Mitch. Look at this.
Mitch. Hey, it's Mitch.
What's going on, bud?
Hey, Mitch.
Hey.
There is a party in here.
What's up?
Happy Thursday, everyone.
So the next printer is going to be a stationary X-axis, and then this is going to move back and forth.
Huh. That's going to be
you know,
interesting.
Why would you move the lightest thing and move the whole entire frame? The whole frame moves back and forth. It's genius.
Right. So, Mitch, you recovering from your Murph?
Yep, still tired.
Yeah, me too. That's going to last a while.
Yeah, luckily I didn't have any back problems.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had time to carry the printer around.
Yep. So
I know I never
I'm
got
not
a
gonna
chance to
switch
do
cameras,
that.
but
Yeah.
that's sitting right next to where the Voron used to be.
Right.
And I've been obviously I did the orbiter upgrade.
Right.
And I still ran this thing off a battery. Like
K2
I swear this
Kevin.
thing could have like 5 hours of battery life or more. I just
Right.
haven't pushed it. Like I haven't run out of battery yet.
Yeah.
So
Who's Shaitan? Well, I don't know if this is... That's an interesting name.
All right.
We'll leave it be, and if they behave, they get to stay. i3 printers.
We get to behave to be on the stream.
Oh, dude, no.
Well, I'm out.
Basically, Zombie,
That's
do
called
it.
a
I'm
gantry.
eating.
That's
do
called
it
a gantry
upside down.
slinger.
Yeah,
A gantry slinger?
Yeah, literally make the gantry where the bed is, and you're done.
Oh my god. So
I mean, pull an idea out of LDO's positron thing, you know?
Did you all
Yeah.
get the cheesy chain?
Yes.
You were there?
Yes. Yep. I got my
Who was
cheesy
that?
chain. That's,
Like,
that's literally cheesy chains.
Wait.
Is the TikTok?
Is that the name?
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Cheesy chain.
Yep.
What is it?
He's out of Denver,
It's like
Colorado
cheese?
Springs or something like that.
Yeah, it's like cheese in the chain.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Thanks, I hate it. Also
I know,
like it.
I know. It was cool. He does ventriloquism, so he brought his little ventriloquist. with
Oh,
him.
cheesy chains with a Z. Got
With
it.
a Z. Yep.
Cool. I'm
Ah.
following. What a good gimmick. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even the
think Bearded
puppets, but
Bucket
like,
and him had something going on.
All right, Mitch. How many batteries can I fit into this style of a box?
Mitch is
What's that?
starting
What's
the
that
backpack
box?
spinning revolution.
This is Gulcifer's like bottom panel for the rook.
okay, so
So-
these are,
About the same
hold on,
size.
I'm switching between pages. Okay, so these are, well, I don't know where my calipers went. Okay, they are. Actually, I have
It
the
doesn't have to
model.
be
I
the
can-
same exact size. Like,
No, but if you want 10 amp hour, this is the 10 amp hour. But again, if you're gonna fly with it, you want something smaller.
Yeah.
But I think roughly these are, I think about 150 by like
oh, that's tiny. Okay.
sorry, I'm in different units. About 110 by 150 or 160. And then I think like depth is like 60, 70, yeah. So
Yeah, it's like
it is pretty
200 and
tiny. It's
something.
pretty tiny, but I would get like 5 amp hour
Yeah,
batteries
do
so
it.
that you
Look,
can put them in
look,
series
Zombie,
and
we
make
have a
24
very
volts
special
because
guest.
I'm only
Ready?
running 12 volts.
Hey!
Oh, hey!
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Thanks for coming.
Oh,
What? You leaving now, Mitch, or what?
Uh-oh.
no, I'm just kidding. We're gonna have to
Here
start
comes
talking about filament and stuff like now.
Oh
'cause
no.
Yeah.
It seems to
I'm
be
almost
what
out.
we do.
I'm almost out.
I had the stream
I can
turned
send you
on,
some.
and now you're double in my ears. Now you're just
Ah.
Right?
Yeah,
in my
the
ears.
stream stuff you gotta figure out.
Right?
Zombie
Well,
needs his manager.
Right?
I
Yeah.
was talking to Zombie about like the purple Galaxy ABS because I was trying to figure out because I have a million purple filaments, but
Yeah.
like
It's,
they're all entirely different.
I know.
purples, Like
Filament time.
it's a pretty light one.
right,
It has
it's
a
darker.
nice
It's
sparkle,
darker
though.
than what I was using though. The KVP stuff, I think.
Oh really?
That'd be
yeah,
great
and
on
then
the
there's-
album.
I got a bunch of other purples.
It's honestly
Uh.
like a neutral purple. Like it's purple. This is like what I think
Yeah,
of
so,
when I think
like-
of purple.
Polymaker purple, but the camera doesn't show because I don't have good lighting. But
Right.
Is that
it's
purple?
like more of a
That's
blue.
purple anyway.
It looks
Yeah.
blue, but it's actually purple.
Nice.
So
Huh. Yeah, it's the same.
isn't that weird? Like I
I
can't
know.
color match purples at all.
Right?
Looks like
So
a great.
I just buy purple filament and then hope it's somewhere close. And so I have like 5 different
The-
shades of purple on my backpack.
Right?
These two are really good combo. The pop pink and then the purple.
Yeah.
It's like
I think
oh,
I think I might go with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it's good.
That's a
Wonder
purple.
Pink and green. Not pink and green.
That's
purple.
purple.
and
Looks it looks gray with your lighting.
Yeah, it's iced amethyst. However the hell you
Oh,
say that.
nice.
green.
I'm liking the color scheme on this one so far. It's looking
Yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
like-
Nice.
The gray and then the blue.
Well, how's Pezliz?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good.
that's
It's not doing anything great.
Celebrating,
dark purple.
Celebrating May the 4th.
Yes, may the
Um,
4th be with you always.
It
Have you
failed.
watched any of the movies?
I
but
have not.
I had a layer shift. But it kind of adds to the
Aw.
sloppiness of it.
Oh, those look
Kind of
cool.
works.
Who made
has
those?
a good example on film behind her. She's got all the
This
film.
is a Wexter model.
A
Nice.
lightsaber, even.
Did you make
but
the ears?
The main thing is like,
I'm
oh, it's so good. And it looks so bad
Light up ears
because
are great. May the Forge be
Yeah.
with
this
you.
is Prussian.
Yes, kid.
So it's a nice brown
Yes.
tint to it.
No, they're from. My ears are from Disney.
No.
I
Official
lo-
Disney. Who actually buys stuff from Disney?
This is the
Me.
best car.
I'm a
No,
Disney fool.
Literally
Ah.
Chris Perillo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, he has like everything.
Well,
Is that
yes,
a purple
but-
too? Or gray?
This is
Christmas.
Galaxy Dark Gray.
Oh,
ABS.
that's cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I was looking at that
It's
too, so
good.
I think
It's
I'll add
beautiful.
My
that.
Star Wars. Ah,
I'm like super hyped for that. It's
Ooh.
it's really like it really shows the galaxy.
I used the cotton candy
Oh, the
protopasta
cookie cat.
nebula.
Oh, Oh, the Nebula. That's
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I meant to share this, but it was upstairs. Look how that cookie CAD turned out. Isn't that
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
gorgeous?
Oh yeah,
That's
Cookie
a fun
had
one.
that.
Cat's got
some really
great
nice stuff.
transitions.
It's
So-
so smooth.
Mitch, did
Sounds fun,
Nathan
Sam.
buy your printer?
Oh, he's
or
on
what?
YouTube. We're
So,
on the
yeah,
YouTubes too.
He bought the V0.1 assembled
Article
for
people on
that
YouTube.
cookie con,
Nice.
and I told him the trade was that if he gets me the LDO V0.2 kit,
Mhm.
I'll sell him that, and I basically shipped it to him like immediately.
That's awesome.
So
Great
he was
deal.
able to get it in time. And
That's a great
he
deal.
was like I was on video with him, and he was pushing like cookie cutters in like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Because he was able to push up the flow rate. Because the
Oh, yeah.
limitations that BMO is like 13 or so, depends on the temperature, but he's
Right.
running PLA. But like, yeah, he can easily do like single or double or triple wall like cookie cutters, like really quickly. So
Awesome.
I mean,
Awesome.
the V0 is a perfect cookie maker.
Oh yeah.
I want to go
Yeah,
to a
that's why
cookie show.
That's
that'd
where
be
the cocoa press is a V0.
Yeah, it's a good machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I keep
would
trying to
love
convince
get
my
one.
wife that we need a chocolate printer. Like, I'll
The
start a
only-
business. She's
Yeah,
like, you have
I
a
was
job.
talking about that. Yeah, exactly. I was talking about that too.
Another
Like-
What you
side
do is you
business.
sell the
Wedding
chocolate
planning?
stuff to your coworkers.
Yeah.
Who all live
Except
remote.
he works from home.
You
You're
ship
right
it to
in
them.
the same state.
Right.
Yeah, shipping chocolate's kind of a hard thing to do, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she
But,
should-
I mean, I have a
she
ton of
should do
bakeries
that.
around here. And that could actually make sense. Like,
You
it's
really
a feasible
could, yeah.
business strategy.
Yeah.
My thing is like I'm just thinking of like craft fairs because that would sell like
Mhm.
crazy
Yes.
at craft fairs.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, craft fairs are usually where it's warm. So it might be kind of hard to advertise. But I'm sure you can
Right.
do it. Just put it in like a little bin with
Cool.
oh my god, yeah. So actually, depending on if I go to craft fairs this year and if I start selling some prints there, that could be a good idea. Although you need a business license for food.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Well, you do as long only if it has not been packaged. Mistake. We had that. We had the venue
Hmm.
required us to anyone who was going to give out samples,
Okay.
like Ellie, to submit a form for approval. They approved it,
Okay.
and it's all packaged in Pennsylvania. So
Point. Like if I'm just making food, like brownies
Sorry,
and
this is
selling
a
them.
food stream. I
Yeah,
feel bad.
I mean-
Yeah, that's the food.
hey, food's approved. I have no problem with food being on the stream.
It's a Justin
Well-
stream.
At least
Yes.
share what you're eating.
I'm eating noodles, beef, and some kind of sauce. My wife made it, so
You don't even know
I'm just
this.
eating whatever she
Oh.
handed me.
So this is a St. Louis traditional thing. It's the toasted raviolis. That's so good. It's so good. I'm sorry. Toasted
Sounds
raviolis. And they
Are they-
don't actually really sell it outside the area, I don't think.
They're kind of like fried a little bit on the outside.
Yeah, they're fried like toast.
Yeah. Yeah, they have them up here.
Okay, yeah. I guess
Uh,
it's a northern thing. Like Texas never had them.
Yeah.
It's kind of an Italian thing, I guess.
Yeah, I'm on.
Anyway,
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, I
there's a
discovered.
local chain called Emos that sells
Oh,
them
sounds good.
in pizza.
I just
And the St. Louis style pizza is like thin crust with provolone cheese or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
A version that could fond it. Oh yes, that would be insane.
I'm kind
looking
of
forward to
considering how to make
Chicago
a.
pizza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I don't go into Chicago. I'm kind of scared of Chicago.
Scared of
Anytime I
Chicago.
Depends
Yeah,
on
if
where
I
you
go
go
to-
in Chicago.
If I go to Murph, Chicago and me do not meet. Like I go into Midway and haul as fast as I can.
Yeah, you
Oh.
take 55 and keep going, and then
Yep.
don't stop.
Run. Yep.
Oh, I'm going to Chicago.
Yeah.
Depends on where you
just-
go.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
Chicago.
Nice.
Vacationing in Chicago.
I would
Never
love to go
been.
to Chicago for Rapid.
Yeah, downtown's cool if you walk around and stuff and like see everything. But
Apparently, I'm going kayaking in the Chicago
Nice.
Oh,
River,
wow.
all kinds of stuff. So I've been told.
How about that bread bowl with pizza sauce soup that David was howling off?
Showing off.
Showing off. Okay. Yeah. That'd be good.
Oh.
So yeah, let's see. I didn't end up getting my spool of Jesse from Dave because I did, and it vanished out of my box of stuff. I'm like, whatever. Another roll. Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. I got one and then I immediately gave it away to one of my friends.
Nice.
Because what am I gonna do? Carry it back on an airplane?
You
Guess
don't
not
have
what
friends,
they say.
Austin.
That's right. I don't have friends.
After
Hey,
Earth,
so I drove all that way, and
Mhm.
so if you want to get rid of filament, like I have a car,
All right.
I'll take it
I know for next time.
next time. Yeah.
Um,
I'll take all your free filament.
right.
Actually, I don't have enough room. Like I'm double stacking right now
Oh
on my
wow.
shelf. Yeah, like
Wow.
I have to actually print stuff. I don't print
I've
stuff.
got-
I have
I have a
room.
blank wall here. I have
I've got
so
8
much
totes.
room.
2 full shelves.
This is
Oh
my
yeah,
temporary
yours are empty,
solution.
which is funny.
Yeah.
You got more than I do. I think you got like
Right.
are those 6
Oh.
foot sections or like
5.
5 foot?
Fives.
That's a good size. Plus you have extra.
Well, I had to get
hangers,
it
too.
cut in half in order to transport it.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so I got the because they sell them in 10-foot sections. I cut 4 feet off of them and only used 6-foot sections, so it's kind of
Oh,
a
okay.
waste. Like I spent a lot, conduit's expensive,
Oh yeah.
so I wish I would have just done.
Oh, how
But
much is
my-
conduit for you?
I don't know what was like. I'm sure it's the Canadian dollar is probably like what $20 a 10-foot or
20
something like that.
24.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like
I need
wild.
to build more filament racks.
But really, to build a shelf like that's custom for that, like it still would have cost you more from IKEA. So
Oh yeah.
it's kind of a good deal.
Oh,
Kia is overpriced.
And these are laser cut. I laser cut mine, so I didn't print them.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Well, that's fun.
they handle more weight, I think, with the laser cut plywood.
I don't even remember where mine are. Like I printed them so long ago. Because
I'm
But you
still
have, like, an
finding some
actual
of
wire
mine.
shelf.
I do, yeah.
And Justin
Liz.
does like the actual bins, so that's probably the
Yeah.
smart way to do it.
I do that
I do
because
that too.
I'm a little nuts about keeping my filament
Yeah.
dry in Colorado.
Yeah,
it's
which you
already
don't
dry.
really need to be.
One less variable for me.
Oh, more nuts. Nuts.
Oh, nuts.
Man, I really don't like
Oh, nuts.
extrusions. That's like my one pet peeve.
Yeah,
Is extrusion-based
Extrusions?
printers.
I just hate 3D
Yeah.
printers.
sure you do. How many do you have, Zombie? Like
It's too
30?
many.
I have 2, and actually
You have
My
two
wife has
Chris's,
two.
right?
You have 2
2 and then
printers?
this, and then
Oh.
whatever's left of this focus.
What is that? Oh,
That looks like a
that's
rook to
the,
me.
yeah. There you
It's like a
go.
rook.
Oh yeah, future rook. Yeah.
Oh,
My
that's
wife
a
is
good,
There we
maxing
go.
me
that's a good
out at
catchphrase.
5.
Looks like a rook. That's what you call old decrepit printers that don't work.
Yes.
I have 2 Delta printers, 3 Delta printers.
Yep.
A Cobra Max in the basement,
The CNC.
and an unbuilt V0. So I need more Delta printers.
Hey, Rob Banks.
Yes.
Ooh, more
Hey,
Delta
Rob.
printers. Sure.
I did shout you out on Maker Deck, which means
Nice.
that reminds
What
me.
is
I have
Maker
to
Deck?
check.
Huh?
You tell me someday. Let's see.
Oh yeah, what are we doing for our show next week? Would you ever plan that yet?
Having me on.
What are we doing?
Well, you already did talk about the Rocky Mountain.
Yeah. Dude, even Stefan and Tom Sad and Land or whatever were talking about it on their
Tom.
thing.
Yes.
I met Tom at Earth. He's awesome. I think Heston's met him too.
Did you?
He was
Who?
there. Tom Sandlatter.
Yeah,
Oh.
He was,
at Earth.
yeah, last year. He was
Boron
there.
Delta. Yeah, I'm gonna build the Boron Delta.
Yeah, I got a
Just the
Stroop
people.
waffle, right? That's where
Yes.
I got a Stroop waffle.
No, that was John.
Yeah, the
Schoen.
foreign Delta.
That was John Schoen.
I mean-
Oh, that was John. Sorry.
Wouldn't it really be hard
I
to
don't
just
know.
like make it look
I
like
met
it's an
everybody.
official Voron?
Yeah.
With, like a hexagon.
Although-
side
V3.
These-
V3.
I did see a little preview of something
Ooh,
from the Voron team, but I
nice. Yeah, I know.
I don't know
things too.
how
Yeah.
good it is yet.
Yeah, I would probably not say anything.
Okay, let's not say anything.
I say everything just to like make people like scared, like, oh my god, did I leak something by accident?
No.
Right.
There's actually a few Delta builds that are like in development that I've
Yeah.
seen, but like nothing like organized like the Voron. So
Gotcha.
I think the biggest part of the Voron is the
Come on.
like documentation and standardization and mod building and all that stuff.
And of
So,
course, the LDO kits.
Yes.
yeah,
The
It's an
ability
actual
to
shield
even
and it's an
have
LDO kit.
kits.
I think also with Deltas you have to have a good amount of people building one of the same kind
Oh yeah.
to get a kit made, obviously. So
Right.
you know, I think like with the Rook,
I'd be
there's
down.
a big enough Rook. There's a big enough Rook community.
Yeah.
I think now.
I think
that
Rook will grow.
Yeah, but I like that it is a kind of a scrappy printer, like one that you can build.
It's supposed to be this like perfect thing.
Hey, Daddy Wazzy. Wazzy
Daddy Wazzy, the creator.
Right.
I printed Daddy Wazzy's little
Nice.
Grogu thing
That's
today.
cool.
Where's the other?
Nice.
Trying to find him.
I'm
Oh,
reattempting
and
the
Mando.
Oh yes.
The guy in little-
That's the
little
requisite Star Wars Day thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, mods.
We're teasing. We're teasing.
Oh, okay.
Daddy Wazzy's a little sassy sometimes.
a little.
Well, good thing is
I
he's
see
not
you on
currently a
Twitter.
mod here. So who is Dracoth?
Hey,
I don't know who that is.
this
Anyone
is
know?
a fun Twitch community.
This is my rare stream that I rarely stream.
I think we showed you on a maker deck, so maybe some people over there.
Sweet.
How many
Oh,
followers do you have right now?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I lived you on the Playmaker Discord too.
Nice.
People generally follow that. and follow
Oh
that.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see.
a big community.
Let me go to Twitch and YouTube and
Which, if you're streaming, feel free to at yourself, even if you don't use Polymaker Filament, because that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Like, please, I want to see more streams than the same 5 people.
Tim, what's your setup? Like, that's really cool that you have like a pan and tilt camera and
He's got all
Like
the
your
cameras.
red stream deck.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 cameras
wow,
just to cover different views.
that's a really good setup.
You need
Oh,
5
you
cameras
know
for
what?
that 500 rat rig.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's on the floor behind me right now. It's
You
on
have like
hold for.
multiple monitors and a stream deck and
Yeah.
all kinds of
I
stuff.
have
I got 3
here,
monitors.
this
Oh, look at
is-
Oh, and
this
it's on the
setup.
boom too.
Hold on, hold
that's
on.
my
let me do
that's
this.
my main screen.
Mhm.
So I got my main. That's a
Dang.
54-inch.
Oh
screen.
wow.
God,
Then
Can
I've
you
got
say
a Steam Deck
Green-
and a ATEM and a small thing for switching cameres, and I got a
Nice.
side monitor over here,
Oh my god.
and a
That's
GoPro.
awesome.
and then
That's
a
kinda
Go. Oh
legit.
yeah, a GoPro up there, and then I've got a overhead camera
Oh,
right
man.
up there.
Jeez.
Couple
Your
lights.
basement's kind of like mine
boxes.
too.
I need a big
And then-
basement. Look at that.
That's
2
just
turntables
I need,
and a microphone. Wow.
Right?
I need more filament. Racks.
No.
Oh,
Oh, rack.
yeah, you have the
I've
same racks, right?
I've got all that, and then I've got a whole bunch up over here as well.
Oh,
So-
between the joists.
Or do you do 3D?
Oh, you
view?
printed
I got
those
that.
Yetis on MakerDeck.
The
Yeah,
Yetis, yeah, those things are great.
those look awesome.
And then yeah, just the rest of the stuff, and there's the rat rig waiting to be built. So
Nice.
yeah,
And
Awesome.
I remember
That's
when
big.
Tim was just getting into streaming when we were on War Coffee's group. I remember how timid he was. Timid.
Who, me? Timid?
Yeah, back when we
Oh,
War Coffee
little
stream,
bit.
when you first started streaming. and
Yeah.
You weren't sure about, and now look at you.
Yeah, I mean,
when-
this has been good because growing up, I was always shy and very timid to meet people, and very, very, very fearful of public speaking. But this has been really good for me, this streaming. So
Good.
Me too. Yeah, it's been like a really good experience.
yeah,
And now
So
you've
when
got-
Tim gives advice, is it called Timbits of advice?
yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I'm beginning a new video series after our Calgary Maker Fair, and they're going to be called Dwit Bits.
Nice.
Ha.
So,
Awesome. Awesome.
Love it.
That's funny you said
Austin's a
that.
huge fan of Tim Hortons.
I love how I'm covered by the Rocky Mountain logo.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oops. Let me fix that. I thought I'd put that up there instead of, you know.
It's like, oh, Shrooms looking good all of a sudden.
Right? Yeah, what a way to have an event happen. What, since September? It was insane.
You're not the Timid from the foreign group that made the.
No,
LCD
that's a
adapter?
different guy. That's
Okay.
a different guy. I met him at the event.
Oh, is he at the event? I didn't even
He
know.
was. The whole Voron engineering team was there, minus like one person. Like
that's
it's
so
the
cool.
first time they've been together, as far as I know.
They also took
I
up
think
like
so.
most of the event.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like all the resellers and them and
It's like Boron.
That was, I think, the plan. But next year, I think we're just going to do a whole haul for it.
so we're just
It's
gonna
like
call it
Boron
VRF
Hall.
is Boron
Boron
RepRap
RepRap
Festival.
Yeah.
So,
Let's have a boron hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
how is Murph working?
Murph is a free for all.
Something was
Murph.
posted on Facebook and people show
Yeah.
up to a
Yep.
random
It's
barn
literally
in the middle of
RCF
nowhere.
was their kit. Yes, Max.
First come, first serve for tables, right?
Yep, and
Is it really?
the
Oh.
sponsors pay, and it's first come first serve for their choices.
Yeah,
too.
that's wild.
And
Because
so
I don't even know if Polymaker did a sponsorship at all yet. So
I think I was talking to Nick. I think he did.
he did. Okay.
It's still just, John and Sunny, I think,
Yep.
are still the organizers.
Trust me, I
But like,
talked to John
Yeah.
to get permission to
Yeah.
do ours. So, pending some
Yeah.
internal community issues, I should be going.
Yeah.
Which those of you who know, and those of you who don't. No.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to get there.
Mhm.
We're still like working out details.
Book your hotel now. 'Cause
Hotel is booked. Flight I have to do, and I have my way. There.
I just got my car fixed, so
Yeah.
that's all ready. I got air conditioning, so
Nice.
how long
it's
is
gonna
that
be a
drive for you?
6-hour drive for me.
That's close.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a 5-hour drive, I think, 5.5.
Mitch was
You're
the
in the
drive to
Illinois
Colorado
area.
with
Or?
it.
I wish I could drive to some of these things.
Where
Yeah.
are you? You're just in Vancouver, aren't you?
No, Calgary.
Oh,
Calgary.
Wow.
No, that's far.
Calgary.
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 Calgary. Calgary.
I guess people don't realize how big the provinces are. Like,
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
a lot of people-
you're close. Yeah, you're
yeah,
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people. A lot of people think it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here to Ontario, but no.
yeah.
And they don't talk about Alberta, I've noticed.
No.
I hear it hails a lot there.
Yeah.
Depending on the year, usually June, July.
Yeah,
So we'll see. We'll see what this year brings.
because I know there's a certain town there that like it's got like the perfect conditions for hail. From
Yeah.
what I remember, and it was just like, holy crap! Like there's just people just getting like replacing their cars or having to replace windows and stuff all the time, and it's like,
Jeez.
I just
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Daddy Wisey says British Columbia is the best province.
Mhm.
Nah.
Yeah, we all felt bad for Stefan. He rented a Ford,
Oh yeah.
and it broke down 20 minutes after. Which
And then
is
he
not
got
a surprise.
rear-ended in the Tesla he
Oh.
rented too.
Wait, I didn't know about that.
It was on his podcast or the Hot
Oh,
Model.
I didn't hear
Talked
anything.
about-
I'll
He
have to-
rented in LA, I guess he rented a
Oh, in
Tesla.
LA, yeah. He just had some bad luck. It's like, I get it, but at least he was able to fly direct from Munich.
So we're gonna rent a horse and buggy to get to Murph.
Do it.
you could.
Do it.
Honestly, they're
You gotta
probably more
put a
expensive
3D
renting
printer on it.
car.
Put a printer on it. Put Mitch's printer on it.
I would do that.
Let's do it. Let's find someone. Let's do it.
Man.
I don't know whether I'd print somebody from the Mennonite community like
Of
that would
course.
be useful for them.
Oh,
I mean,
print a
they'd
horse
probably
and a
enjoy
buggy.
like a trinket or something, but
Oh yeah. Well, some of that community out there has cell phones, so
yeah, I mean,
Yeah. If it has some sort of purpose, but they have to only use it for that purpose.
I saw a couple of them at the Murph. I mean,
Yep.
1 or 2 years ago.
Yep.
So
They're
pretty
definitely
involved with it.
interested in what we do. It's just for them getting into
They're limited by the technology of their time.
I love that quote. That was good. Iron Man quote. What a good one.
We'll just dress Zombie up like he's Amish or Mennonite.
Oh, I could easily rock
could
that.
eat-
Exactly.
You just- Give me 6 months, I can grow an Amish beard. I don't have 6 months though.
Yeah.
Oh, we only have 50 days apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, I got
Wow.
some secret projects that aren't very secret, but that might actually happen. Someone's gonna keep them secret.
apparently we're
Like-
not good at holding secrets.
I know, like the whole build a printer inside of a Benchy
Mhm.
project.
That'd be cool.
People
Wait,
want me
that's
to do
the
it?
thing? That's cool.
Yeah,
Did you see the new Benchy that opens up?
No.
What is so
That's cool.
ugly? It looks so weird. I mean, compared to regular Benchy, it's just kind of like slanted forward. It's cool though.
Wait, it opens up? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it like goes.
It's on Filament
it's a-
Stories.
it
She shared
prints
it.
like this, like that. I don't know. Has a bit of a look to it.
Printable is
printed,
cool, like for promoting stuff, but it's hard to see cool models like on printables.
I did fix some
So-
dude's new Fang fighter today too.
Nice.
Six-man dude, legit.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Except naturally I assembled it wrong because I didn't have the instructions first.
Oh.
He sent it to me last night to print.
Nice.
So, but it's really cool. Another card.
Right.
Are those like silk filaments or what is that?
This one is silk, but this one's the Starlight Mercury. Is the Mercury? No, this is the Neptune. Really
It's like
pretty.
color shift kind of.
Yeah, I did Eastman's Vader with it too, and it's just gorgeous.
Oh, that's cool.
I am attempting to somehow get a custom ABS color or ASA in that
Nice.
type of effect.
But the
It'd be really
the
cool.
Mercury's really nice too.
That's a cool print.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
did.
cool.
That's Fix and Do's BD1, but it's got like turquoise and pink and mauve and gray and really pretty.
Wow. I was gonna have you show it. There you go.
There, I'll show these ones.
There's more
That's crazy.
Teslas.
That's awesome.
We don't
Yeah.
have any Star Wars models. You're upstairs.
All
This
of
is the
them.
closest I get is the Bruiser rocket model.
I need to do that on my Voron.
glittery
The
Really
rockets
nice.
in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah,
I have
like they're
everything.
pink rockets, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Everything.
And somebody like left this on the table
Bruce is
at the event. It was kind of a cool one.
A Flexi Rex.
Yeah, like a lot of
a
them. I
Flexi
think-
Rex.
I have printed one a long time ago, back when they had the printer.
That was like my second print. I think I still have it in the bin over there.
Oh,
I
that's
have a
old
few
school.
of the kit cards too. The Millennium
Oh,
Falcon
those are cool.
cards.
Oh, you got a lot of them.
All
Is
of
that
them.
your swatch?
No, I'm gonna do in my living room. I'm gonna do a whole Star Wars wall. So this will be like my wallpaper.
Nice.
So I've been
That's kind of cool.
yeah.
So I was telling Austin
Doing them
about
in every
preload. So this is the LDO rail that comes in the kit. Preload, as some of us, maybe not all of us know, is slot. So let it go. It just comes right down.
Yeah.
This is the Fabrico version. I can barely push the thing.
No.
That they're high temp, honey badger.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the Fabrico is going to be a lot better, but the LDO is just like ridiculous. Horrible.
Printer.
Nothing wrong with LDO in general, but man, those rails are rough.
Well,
Here's my-
they include a high wind
Did you
rail
lube them
now.
yet, though?
Did I what?
You gotta make sure you have them lubed.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna do the Fabrico ones. So
Now, it does help out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of it.
Is that a pie case?
Yeah, this is the very first print I've ever done. Ever
Nice.
sliced.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh,
I think it looks great.
Hey, it's warped. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, It was PLA back in
Oh my
like
God.
original PLA back on like a MakerBot.
I can't believe you kept yours. Like I had a whole box of stuff from the MakerBot cupcake, like 2010.
That
It
was
was
at
like
the event. You saw it, right?
Garbage
My
stuff.
buddy
Yeah,
Reed
no,
had it.
RepRaptor.
Reed.
He's a really
Yeah,
cool guy.
Yeah, Reed. I've known him for 3 years.
Man, he has some crazy,
Yeah.
pretty cool collection. It'd be
Collection,
cool
yeah.
to see those like come back to life. But
He's talking about doing that for next year.
they're
trying
kind of
to
garbage
source
printers
some
anyway.
parts and- well, he did it so he can show where we've been and where we're going.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
And it's amazing.
Um,
He did a really nice job with that.
Yeah, my MakerBot's long gone. I'm sure it's in some trash
In
dump somewhere, which is
pieces.
sad.
Yeah.
It would be. It actually the MakerBot cupcake would be a good Core XY if you
Yeah.
replace that whole Z stage with the Core
Right.
XY setup.
Oh yeah.
Because and on his it's the same thing. They use plastic bushings on like
Mhm.
thin rods, and the whole stage would just like wobble.
Yep.
Like it had so much play on it that when as it was printing, like the whole stage, the XY stage would just like wobble as it was printing, and
Oh,
then the Z axis would actually shift because it was using lead screws that like were warped, and so the whole Z would like wobble, and so
Yep.
your prints just looked like blobs of garbage. It was so bad. Yeah, that was even for like RepRap days, that was kind of one of the worst kits.
Yeah. Well, had to start somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, that's where I am. It got me producing a makerspace, which got me where I am now. So
Just trying to clean the rail before I install it.
I guess Den Hack is the closest.
Mhm. Yep. Well,
Makerspace.
Den Hack's no. There's a Loveland Creator Space, Fort Collins
Oh.
Makerspace, Longmont Tinker Mill. I guess is what
We
it's
have a
called.
lot of them.
We have a lot of them. 3 of them were at the event, so it's awesome to have so much local stuff. And we
No
were in
doubt.
Make Magazine's website.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was
That's
I
like a
actually
life
met with the,
accomplishment is to be on Magazine.
I bought one of those
Oh,
at Render
yeah.
Center. I want to bring it to
Yeah,
the next event and have Steve
I
sign it.
actually met with the person who wrote it. She lives just about half an hour away and had lunch with her today. She's
Oh, wow.
really cool. She said it felt like the old Maker Fair days, which
Nice.
Yeah.
I get that.
Well, Bay Area Maker Faire was hard to replicate just because of how massive it was.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And I think from like the ones I went to were 2010, 2014, and like 2018 or something,
Mhm.
2019. Those were like it's just the sheer volume of makers at that
Yeah.
event, like 10,000 or more. Like
Oh.
was it 10 to 15,000 at a Maker Faire?
right.
But
Wow.
yeah, Bay Area Maker Faire was insane. Like that. That's something I don't know if it obviously didn't survive COVID, but it could have.
Right. Well, I
Yeah,
know
this is
there's
probably one of
something-
my favorite articles out of the thing. This actually looks interesting to build.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
That's real complicated looking.
Yeah, it looks complicated, but it's actually you can build it with simple hand tools. Like there's nothing crazy there.
I have a desire to do like really big projects for 3D printing. It's like, why not, right? And there's so much you can do. I mean, heck, I made this chair. Some of the parts I had to reglue, but I just printed a chair
That's really cool.
and it's good.
Really cool.
Like, it's stronger
neat.
than my original chair.
What's the wood top? Was the original wood top?
Yeah, so it was like some really cheap set from Amazon. And the top is decent. It's like a nice little laminate piece, but the rest of it was this thin metal that just kind of, the welded joints just snapped.
It's a stool, not a chair.
It's a stool. It's a chair.
There's no back on it.
I don't care. My kid would call it a chair.
Right.
It'd be actually kind of cool to make a gamer chair, like a office chair, like 3D printed.
I'm gonna
I was
make a
thinking
version
about
of this as a chair and bring it to me to Murph. That'll be
There
fun.
you go.
Because that's actually really where the strength lies, is in that joint. Where if you lean back on it, that joint part has to be supported for it to not fall
Mm.
apart. Jim, I forget his name.
Edge of Tech.
Jim Carter did a chair, a puzzle chair. I think it was a bunch of pieces all 3D printed in a chair shape, and it was all 3D glued together.
Yeah, they had it at the Gloop table at Murph,
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
remember right.
Yeah, that was Jim Carter. That was a cool chair, but that took like way too much filament. Like it could have been optimized a lot better.
Yeah, I kind of went simplistic for mine. I could have even simplified it a little bit, but
Yeah.
good enough what it is.
Right.
Have you stood on it yet? Jumped on it?
Oh yeah, I was standing on like when it was halfway, like done. Like this thing is like solid AF.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Like obviously I'm sitting on it, but
Yeah.
So it can support the full zombie. There you go.
and I'm using my feet on the cross beam for the footrest. Like
Yeah.
it's a really good size. It's a lot bigger than the original one, so it actually feels good to rest your feet up against it.
I have a
it's a really good
crappy
design.
Walmart one. That's
Yeah,
I have
I
a
would
crappy
just-
Walmart one in my basement, but I hate it.
Right.
I'll send the STLs.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm obviously short, so it's hard to like have any stool that
I'll
my
call
legs
the
are
zombie.
dangling.
The hedgehog chair. We gotta come up with a name for it, but
Yes.
Zombie
my line
leg
of
hedgehog
pressure.
chair.
Hedgehog chair.
The zombie chair.
Yeah.
Beat a zombie with it.
Mhm.
Franken chair.
Die for
You
it.
might need it someday, so.
I would print the topper too, honestly. Like I would just might as well make it fully printed.
Right?
I'm going to. I just happen to have this, and I really need a chair. Like I was
And you gotta
standing.
make you gotta make the butt grooves too, so it's more comfortable.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
thinking about
I'm
that.
still
Like
working
I need a.
on the new chair.
I need
TPU.
We talked about that, didn't we, on
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
streams?
TPU.
Yeah,
Yep.
TPU.
Get Grant,
I don't know if
Grant
that
to
would
scan
hold
your
up.
butt.
Yeah, I don't know how
Like,
well that would work.
TPU's
It's
not really
75,
comfortable though. It's kind of still hard.
That's got some
Hey.
give.
Yeah,
It could be good. I got plenty of it, so maybe I can test that out.
low
Yeah, I don't
enough
know.
infill that it kind of flexes.
It'd be neat.
But you know, like the purple seat cushions by Purple, they're basically a grid,
Yes.
like a rubber lattice grid. So if you just did a grid infill and made that like TPU and no top layer, bottom layer, you could actually make it a pretty comfortable cushion.
That'd be cool.
You could try it.
'Cause
That's a lot of TPU though.
I think my 350 or 330 can almost do the right size,
Oh wow.
maybe.
I haven't printed a TPU that long because usually it jams or causes some issue.
Yeah, I've printed
paused.
hours of TPU, but
Oh,
you
really?
have to have it right. You have to have it right.
Yeah,
printer,
TPU's
like
awful.
this. Yeah, I tried to
Yeah,
print
that's
68. Trust me.
Yeah, that's the purple one. Yeah, the purple. I see. I have a purple mattress as well. I got the sample.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they handed it out when we went to Mall of America. They were like, "Oh, here you go." Like, "Oh, sweet."
Yeah, it's a fidget toy.
I just go to the store making the noise.
Yeah, the pillows and the mattresses are pretty good. Like
I
I've
love my.
I've had
Purple.
mine for a really long time and it's been really good.
Today's
So-
stream sponsored by Purple.
Yeah, I
Purple
wish.
mattress.
Purple.
Link in the description.
Get that purple money. Like that's like
Honestly?
Green Shadow Legend money.
I should be sponsored by Purple.
Yes.
I didn't even
All
buy
of the
mine.
purples.
It was a friend's who, instead of returning it, they tell you to give it to your friends.
Oh,
So,
that's a
we're a
great
good
idea,
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that they make so much profit on mattresses that they can just tell you,
Oh, yeah.
just give it away.
Well,
really?
they're not gonna take it back, and they're not gonna resell
Yeah.
it. So just give it away.
So how is that not like abused? That's what I want to know.
As people don't know about that.
Oh well, okay. Everybody go buy a purple mattress.
Yep.
Make sure to live in a very remote area, because I think they
Oh,
do
yeah,
take them back. Yeah.
It's depending on where you live, yeah.
Yeah. Right, and
Probably if
speaking
you
of,
live in Canada, it's already expensive enough to get there. So.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna head
Yeah.
off. It was nice talking to you guys.
Thanks for hanging
Good luck
out,
on the
Zombie.
build,
Bye.
Justin.
Thanks.
Keep me updated
I'm
on
gonna
your
head off
progress.
too.
Cool. Thanks for hopping
Are
in.
you
guys.
streaming
Much
tonight too, or
appreciated.
are you gonna?
I have to hop. Yeah, I gotta start soon.
Okay.
So.
Zombie's
Wow.
gonna. Poor zombie.
Hi, Liz.
Other way.
He's,
Right here.
He's there.
He's over there.
High five.
Wait, high five.
High
High
five.
five.
hold on.
Yeah,
Look
hold on.
this way.
Liz, low five.
Before we go.
God.
Mitch.
Alright, bye.
We're directionally challenged.
Bonsoir.
Yeah. See ya.
A biento. Have a good rest of your
Feed
stream.
this
You too,
way,
thank you.
whatever.
Good luck.
All right.
That was fun.
Yeah, always is. Oh.
So my next project is an upgrade of looking through a cat butt.
Yeah.
Cat butt.
Yeah,
Cat butt.
night vision.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cat butt vision.
the old meme of evolution of night vision. So it's
Are you gonna put
uses-
lenses in there?
yeah, it's a kit. It's gonna be digital. It uses FPV night vision cameras
Nice.
that are
Nice.
supposedly really good. My buddy does a lot of stuff with night vision, so we wanted to figure out, we wanted to find out if that even compares at all. So I kind of wanted to build one, and I don't want to pay $1,500 for a monocular version of night vision. So
Yeah.
right.
I think this is going to cost me all of like $500.
Nice.
What you have to
Something
do
put on
is
the
you just basically do this, right? You take the rocket nozzle, make it a
Yeah.
But what's funny is the only reason I know about that stuff is from Jurassic Park, right? Like every kid wanted one of those
Yeah.
goggles, and then you realize that it's really expensive. Even back then, it was really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because it's hypersensitive CCDs, right? They're like the sensor is a light sensitive.
Yep.
So it's not just infrared.
yeah.
It's
So
all-
so this one will be a digital one. So my buddy has like the military version where they are they're amplifier tubes. So they're all like analog and everything. So there's no like delay. That's one downside of this is it's got delay. So, but the cameras are CCD cameras.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited about it because I think it'll be a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fun project. Like, even if they're not like amazing, like compared, with the high end stuff, even if it's like half as amazing as that,
Oh
I'll be happy.
Right.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna print it all out in ABS, and then maybe the upgraded version of it will be polycarbonate
Yeah.
or nylon or something.
Nice.
Haven't decided which route.
What are you making, Tim? It looks like a multicolor thing.
They're little fidget toys that I'm making a bunch to give out at the Maker Faire.
Maker Faire. Nice.
I've done a bunch.
What's the insert?
The insert? Oh, it's just it comes basically in pieces, and you put a little pin and a little plug. So, and then you
That's
just
cool.
pressure fit them in, and I'm just doing a few in the multicolor as well. So yeah.
Oh, so does that make it stronger than the print and place one, like that one?
I think it does, because once you get that pressure fitted on, it's impossible to come out. So
Yeah,
And
because
it's
I've
just-
done the
it's
print
just-
and place ones, but they don't last long. I don't think.
yeah, so we'll see. But this is just another little thing to give out. I don't know how many I'll be able to do. We're
Is there
giving
an
out a whole.
Hey, Jerry.
We've got a few hundred of these puzzles to give out. So
Oh, those are cool. Yeah.
these are very cool. I can do these blindfolded now. I've put so many
Okay.
together. So
How do you
Pretty
like
cool.
the KP3S?
I like it so far. I've done some really good test prints on it. I've got to do a video on it yet, but I did these reversible nuts on it just to test its tolerance, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
And now I'm giving it a torture test print. I'm printing a thing. It's called a. This is called, geared spinning doors box. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It looks like.
No torture toaster.
Right.
No, it's
Is
not
that like
torture
the Garrett?
toaster. It's
the
this
Garrett,
thing.
like,
Where is StreamYard? There we are. It's that
Oh,
thing
nice.
there. So I'm printing that on there because that needs a lot of good clearance, a lot of good.
yeah, I bet.
That definitely will give it a test to see how well this printer prints as far as detail goes. So,
Right.
yeah. So that's what's printing on here now, and then once I get that, that's enough, plenty of test prints, and I'll do my video. I'm printing the Mega King Kong. This one was done in the King Rune PLA. Look at the
Yeah.
stringing; it's ridiculous.
Gross.
Then I used the exact same setting on the Polymaker Purple PLA,
Yeah,
and it's
of course.
clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just shows you that cheap filament is cheap filament. So
Right.
yeah, but it's a good little printer. It does a decent job. This was one of the test prints on the card.
Yeah.
And it turned out really decent. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. I'm hoping they're going to send me. I've been talking with them. I want them to send me. They got the new Core XY that was released a couple days ago. So it seems like everybody's jumping in on that small format Core XY market now. So
Right.
Yeah,
We'll see
I
what
should have a
happens with
KP3, not the Pro.
Okay.
It's a KP3S, I think is what I'm getting.
not the Pro.
No, I don't think it's the Pro. But it was a sponsored build that I'm going to be doing. So we'll see how that goes.
Is that
I don't know if it's sponsored, but yeah, that was Sliceworks as well.
nice? Vishal,
I'm-
great guy.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna try to do what I want to do is I don't want to really do the like Delta backpack printer, but I want to make
Right.
it as one is cheap and available for people to make,
Yeah.
and then make
yeah.
it like an open source project. So like,
Yeah.
and I've been thinking about how I'm gonna do it, and I want to make it so that like the backpack itself is mostly printed,
Right.
because then you don't have to do a steel frame and all the stuff that I did.
Right. That makes
But
sense.
I don't know how I'm gonna have to test out how
Ooh.
durable the
You've got a
KP3
Jerry.
is. So
If it's the
Hey, what's going
Hey,
on? I'm just
Jerry.
here to meet
Jerry.
Mitch 3D. How you doing, buddy? Never met you before.
good. Yeah, good to see you. I've seen your streams. I think we had like 1 million people on it once.
Right.
You know, it's been
Yeah.
it's up and down. Usually 2 or 3, maybe 5 or 6. It kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
Right.
You're Mr. Backpack 3D printer Delta Man.
Yep. We got
Nice.
we got the backpack printer right here. I've upgraded to a direct drive, and
And an orbiter.
yeah. So yeah, that was also a nice surprise.
Yes.
Have you ever went grocery shopping with it at Walmart?
I should.
Oh my
The
God, yes.
problem is
Camera.
I'm kind of afraid to go in public with it, just because I don't know what the reactions are, and I probably need a handler just to make sure I don't get.
Well,
like,
yeah, have somebody with you in case somebody
Yeah.
grabbed you and tried to throw you down or something.
Yeah,
Be a great
I don't think
conversation
that's gonna
starter.
happen, but
Take your wife with you.
I don't have a wife, but I will definitely take somebody with me.
Okay.
You could
So-
find a wife with that. Imagine.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you don't need a puppy.
yeah, wearing a
just have your
backpack
printer.
printer. That's definitely something that's attractive. I'm sure.
I wouldn't go to Walmart with it. I'd go to Micro Center with it.
Oh, Micro Center. Oh, they would love that. Yeah,
They would
that's how you
go
get a Micro
nuts.
Center sponsorship.
Uh-huh. You
Yeah, let's-
you have one local?
Oh yeah, I actually do. I do. I
You don't
do
have
go down there.
cosplay armor, but you got that backpack. You ought to make use of it and
Yeah.
go lots of places with it.
Yeah.
You might be
I was
on the
gonna-
news. You might wind up in the papers that people used to read. You never know.
Yeah,
You never know.
I forgot about that. I was gonna go to Indiana Maker Faire. Somebody invited me out there, but
Nice.
I wasn't gonna pay for the ticket and
No.
the drive out there. But
God no.
but the not Maker Faire, Comic Con. Sorry, the
Nice.
Comic Con would have been really cool.
That would've
to
been-
do a
That would've
Comic-Con
been.
there. Yeah, but I don't know. Like Adam Savage was supposed to be there. I don't know. I can't do
Right.
that many events in one
Oh,
one
come
time.
on.
But
No,
it would have
Adam
been cool to
Savage
see
would
him
find that
again because
cool.
I actually do have. I mean, it would be cool to see him again because
You've met
I do
him.
have a signed Adam Savage
Nice.
Am I-
poster. So my first backpack printer at Bay Area Maker Faire.
Very cool.
So that was with the Aris, which is actually under my desk right now, and that's actually been clipperized. The first backpack printer is now runs Clipper, and I
Yeah.
need to finish that project because Hodins.com, the Hodin J-head, the new one.
Yep, I talked with him. Yep.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's really heavy. So
Mhm.
I feel bad because he helped me design the effector, but I'm probably gonna have to put something lighter on it, like the Revo again. I would think
Shane,
that-
is that an ANET on the shelf? I'm seeing flames. Okay.
it's your simulation, ain't it?
That's 2 ANETs right there. The pile of shit right there.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Are those future rooks, basically?
Right.
I mean, at this point, I haven't really done much with them, so I need printers
Yeah.
that'll actually work right now. So
That's
Right.
kind of my thing. Is like I have to do something with the printers I have, and
Yep.
that if they're not printing or usable, like they're either gone or I need to take them apart and put them in the box or something, because I don't want to have to like haul around all my junk.
I get that.
But like the Aris is a really cool printer, and I'm really sad that like, first of all, that nobody builds Delta printers anymore, but also that like the small Delta, like the mini monoprice mini, like Delta doesn't even. I don't think they make it anymore.
No,
Like-
they might. I don't know.
But yeah, this is the clipperized Aris, and I like it because it has a handle, and the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing's like less than 10 pounds.
Dang.
And it's all
Oh, wow.
injection molded plastic, and the
Oh, wow.
effector is like itsy bitsy, like it's super tiny, like it's.
Oh wow.
And so we made a fan shroud where it basically has two 30mm fans on the side, and then it has a groove mount on the top. So if I could get us, but the problem is with Delta printers, the arms actually interfere
Mhm.
with anything in that corner. So you basically have to make everything above the effector as like a cone shape to avoid being clipped by the arm. So you have like absolutely no room to design around an effector. So like the only way I can make it work is basically just like the Revo Micro has a tiny little like 20mm fan or 30mm fan,
Yeah.
and basically I'm just gonna have to like tape the blower fans to the side of that, and that's the only room I have.
Dang.
So like to even get the blower fans to like funnel down, I'd have to make my own cooling ducts to make it like wrap around the hot end.
I noticed.
I don't know how.
I noticed on the K1 Sam Prentice had this morning when he done his live stream. I missed it. I woke up late, but the belts on the two side of the belt shouldn't be running on a smooth pulley. They should be reversed or have a tooth pulley.
Mhm.
And he
What a
showed me
train
some-
wreck.
He showed me some belts. I mean, the K1 looks pretty cool. It's running fast, but I have a Hypercube I built, and from my own experience, you don't take a two side of the belt and run it on a smooth pulley. You either flap it flipped over, or you put a tooth pulley on it. They shouldn't be running across the smooth pulley, right?
Yep.
Well, the V0 does that, right? They reverse the belt direction.
And so does the P1P, if I'm not mistaken.
Does it?
Yeah. Well.
Hey, non-fan
yeah.
Kit, Zombie, what's up?
I'm just looking. I thought they did, but maybe. Yeah.
I mean, you're probably right. It definitely needs to not have any like. If the eye layer is changing the diameter, then it's gonna be. Like,
yeah, the
it's not gonna be
P1P got
accurate,
some
right?
smooth pulleys running the rigid side of the belt.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works.
Yeah, that was the issue that Liam was possibly running into, was
Yeah.
either that or the stepper thing, or that.
Yeah, I don't think it
All
was the
the
belt
things.
because
I'm just gonna go back to using fishing line.
There you go.
And,
That's called pulling. That's called Zach.
yeah.
That's what Zach does.
But
Oh, that's right.
price-
He is building a tension
No,
fishing line.
No,
printer.
he has it. I think him
Yeah.
and Shane both built them.
Yeah, I think he
That's
ended
cool.
up switching it out with a. What's the one that you're building there, Justin?
Trident?
Yeah, Trident. I think he
Trident.
kind of made a Trident out of it.
Yeah, I think he was. I remember he was talking about
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's the Positron is using some weird belt too. There's some.
Yeah.
It's like a spiral cord.
Yeah, it's a. Oh, synchro.
I don't understand how that works.
Synchro mesh. It's
Synchro
it's
mesh.
something that came out of the automotive world because some of the transfer cases that General Motors uses are
Huh.
use synchro mesh fluid, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, synchro mesh is what's in the transmission.
Mhm.
Those are those.
Same idea. Well,
Clutch
there's still
system.
a belt. Yeah, that's in a. I think it's a transfer case actually now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because. Okay. Yeah, I see what it is. It's synchronous belt is what it's actually called, but it's basically like a spring, like a spiral cord, and then the pulleys have some kind of
Something
like
on.
weird teeth to them.
Mitch, where do you live at in the country?
I'm in the St. Louis area.
St. Louis? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm 6 hours from Murph, 12 hours from Remurph, and 15 hours from your Earth.
Okay.
All because I'm too cheap to fly.
Well, then you get to bring all your stuff too.
Well, that's the thing is that now that I bought batteries that are higher capacity, I can't even fly with them. So I'd have to ship them to
and that
the
gets
event.
real expensive.
Yeah, I mean it's weird. Just like pre-COVID, like I was able to fly to all these events, like multiple events a year, and I don't know. It's just like I think the total cost like doubled.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Flying
I mean, I
gets
haven't even
very
looked at the flight.
expensive.
Yeah, round
The only
trip.
way I can make it work is I would have to have somebody that is willing to like either split a hotel and has a car, like
Yeah.
just because like rental cars are so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's a
if
shame.
you're going to a RepRap festival, you almost don't need it. But like
Yeah.
Uber has gotten more expensive, so
Yeah.
you spend
Someone
just as much on
paid
that.
$150 for an Uber from the airport to Loveland.
Ew.
Yeah.
I thought you said there was some kind of like bus or something.
There's two buses that get you close. One bus
Oh.
that'll take you right to the hotel, one that'll take you to the airport across the highway. That isn't a commercial airport. Because why?
So would you recommend flying to the Loveland airport?
You can't.
Oh, you
You-
can't.
Jerry knows this. There was an airline called Avello that was flying from Loveland to Vegas and Burbank for $40 each way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then the
They go out of
price
business?
of jet fuel went up,
Oh, yeah.
and they shut down the service. So no commercial service out of Loveland.
Yeah, it was like $100 round trip from Green Bay, Wisconsin to Las Vegas.
New
In
Vegas,
Fallout, you're in the Fallout
Lost.
universe.
yeah,
old Vegas.
yeah,
There's some old Vegas in Vegas.
yeah, and that same
Yeah.
airline still does stuff, and it's like $500 round trip.
Jeez.
It was just-
Yeah, I used to take Spirit. Like when I went to the Bay Area Maker Faire, I would take Spirit and then go to Oakland Airport,
Did you have
and
the
then I'd have
Spirit
to drive
Dirty
across
Daddy
the
again?
Bay Bridge. And I would. Where was I staying though? Because that was the most expensive part of San Francisco. The one year I was able to do it because my job sent me over there to do an
Right.
install. So
I don't
I
like
just-
flying, but I will if I have to. I'd rather drive, but I don't want to drive long distance.
Yeah.
yeah, my problem
I
was
don't
the PTO. Like you gotta
Yeah, so much
take your time off and then take a whole day to drive and.
Yep.
When I used to drive my wife down to Lubbock, Texas, it'd take like 13 hours, and that sucked.
Lubbock, driving to Lubbock sucks anyway, no matter where you are.
I mean, in my opinion, I tell people, well, you drive and you drive and you drive, then you get sick and tired of driving, you're halfway there. That's kind of how I explained it.
But I mean, I grew up in Dallas, so like I'm used to like all the Texas. And the last job I had with where I traveled that whole triangle, the
Mhm.
Austin, Houston, Dallas area, and then like West Texas. And like every time I went to West Texas, it was just like 6 hours of absolutely nothing, and then no cell phone signal. You could actually like run out of gas and be stranded. Like it was definitely the Wild West. Luckily, I had a Prius. If I still had that Prius, I probably would do more road trips. But
Okay, let it go. Okay.
nice.
You got to stop on then, right?
But that's not a bad thing though.
You're Justin, we can't hear you.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, it is, especially on X and Y, because it's the low preload's bad because you get a lot more slop in your motion. But when you go to stop, it can keep going, kind of like Aegis bearings.
On the V0 that I had, the X-axis did have a little bit of slop, and Jason gave me the high wind rail to replace it, and then I ended up giving it to Nathan. So I told Nathan, I was like, hey, if you ever have any time to upgrade the printer, I got a Kirigami bed I never installed. You could have the high wind rail. Like, there's a bunch of mods that you could do to make that printer even better. And I had them all printed out. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. I think he will, or I think his son was actually interested in doing some of the mods for it. So, but what is that? Fully printable swivel caster? That sounds like an awful idea.
Looks like chat quit talking to us. I don't
Yeah,
haven't seen it move
who's
since I've
in
been here.
chat? What the heck?
4 people.
Jerry appears and we'll go silent.
Yeah.
Oh, you even posted the link. I got it. That's
Yep.
probably what it is. Everybody who was in chat is here.
Yep.
So. Can we raid Zombie Hedgehog stream and?
We can in just a few minutes. Well,
But he's not using StreamYard, so we can't raid.
No.
We can't like join
we
his
can't.
stream.
No, we can't do an internal raid. As much as I'd love to.
Just like 50 people show up on this stream.
He hate that.
Are you multi-streaming or are you just on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm doing YouTube and Twitch.
Okay.
Might
Oh, you
as well.
do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I got affiliate, I don't think I can do that on mine. But
I'm doing it on StreamYards.
Yeah, I haven't
So
done
you
it in a
can.
long time. Remember the last time we streamed? I think you were on, or somebody, or Zach was on. Somebody.
Yeah.
But it was. Well, I did like a couple more streams where I did like I played Portal game. Nobody joined.
Right.
Yeah,
was
Twitch
right
says
when
you're
I
not supposed to. I have for quite a while now, and
Yeah.
nothing's ever came of it. I really don't care.
They-
If I
Yeah,
get kicked off Twitch, I'm on YouTube. It ain't gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
mean-
flipped that stance several times. Like it's kind of confusing. I don't know if it's back on. It's not good or is
Yeah.
good.
It's not like
or-
I'm getting paid anything.
They're
from
twitching
this.
on their decisions.
Yeah.
I don't have any
Yeah.
subs on Twitch. I people never throw me bits. I was making about $100 every 2 or 3 months on Twitch. Now I haven't seen that in 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
On
bet they devalue
YouTube,
it.
I make about 150 every month or so.
Nice.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm
I
surprised.
mean, it helps offset a bill here or bill there that I'm paying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but even if it pays for your studio equipment, like Zombie said
Yeah,
that he does,
exactly.
you know, like
Yeah.
I have 2 Logitech webcams that I bought a long time ago for a
Use
robot
what you have.
competition.
Mhm.
And I used to live stream robot competitions, and
Well, and he
that
also
was
used
really
to
hard.
do stuff. You didn't. I don't know if
Yeah.
you knew this, Jerry. Mitch was on BattleBots.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
the TV show. Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, I wasn't like on camera. I mean, I kind
Yeah,
of
you
was
were.
on camera. But
You were.
Yeah,
I
briefly.
thought so.
I used to watch BattleBots before Mitch was born, but I haven't really watched it since.
I bet you were pretty excited to see Copperhead at the event.
Way back
No,
then.
I
used to
mean-
watch it.
Wait, no, BattleBots was early or late '90s, right? '97.
No,
I
they're
think was
still
the first
doing
one.
it.
Well, I mean, when it
No,
first
no, I
started,
meant the
way back
original
when.
BattleBots.
Oh, yeah, you know,
That's
way
when I
back.
used
No,
to watch it.
Robot Wars was like mid '90s, but no, I'm a little older than that, but still. I mean,
I bet-
obviously like the PBS reruns that they had, or because they used to do Robot Wars on PBS,
Yeah.
and that was the first time I saw it, and so that's what got me into the whole hobby.
My son
Mitch.
is 34. I'll be 59 next month. And let me tell you, enjoy your life because I can't believe I'm going to be 59 already. It's like, where'd my life go?
Man, you're old.
Yeah.
Holy moly, you know?
Right.
See, I
Mitch,
didn't
That's
check. I
young.
said, holy moly.
That's young.
Mitch, what'd you think of Copperhead at the event?
Isn't that cool? Like I didn't, because I invited invited Robert Cohen, and I didn't know that the guy from Switchback was going to be. I forget his name because I met him before.
He was there.
Yeah, one of the guys from Switchback, because I knew the Switchback team. I know all the people from the Switchback team, but it was cool to have them. And then they brought their little plastic ant weights, which is just like the coolest thing ever. Like I did not expect them to bring the plastic ant weight arena and the Copperhead. And I saw Robert and his friends there, so like, but yeah, I invited him because he didn't even know about the event.
Oh, you
And
talking about
I
the
know
little
it
ones
was
that were
on.
running around crashing into each other in a little cage?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, those. And then the Copperhead was the actual BattleBot, but it was like the shell of Copperhead,
Okay.
like one of the screen use ones. But yeah, no, it was really cool to have Robert come out, and he has a really good YouTube channel. If you don't,
Are those all
Robert
3D
Cohen.
printed?
Which
What?
one?
The ones that were at Rocky Mountain RepRap.
The small
No,
ones, yeah, those
The
are
small
printed.
ones, the 150 gram featherweights.
Yeah.
That
Or
was
its
box
fairy weight
drum.
is the 150 gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things freaking tear.
Yeah, I have a fairy weight that I made called Tickled Pink, and it's
Nice.
I used some pink filament, and then I used glittery nail polish on the titanium armor that I had on it. But
Nice.
it's really hard to make anything under 150 grams. Like even the amount of filament you use can make you go overweight, just because like there's like once you add the motors are like 20 grams each. The batteries another like 15-20 grams if you use a 3S.
Yeah.
I'm talking like a 100 milliamp hour 3S or an 80 milliamp hour 3S battery.
Jeez.
And then like the receiver transmitter is like on a chip basically. It's like a little, like it's crazy. It's I have this like really expensive like micro servo that's Metal Gear, like brushless motor, like micro servo. Like they put some pretty hardcore stuff in there. 150 grams.
Right.
You can even put like brushless motors that would have quite a bit of momentum because you put all your weight on the shell, or the weapon has most of the weight on it. So
You read my message in private chat, Brent, Justin?
I'm looking. Bear with me.
I know Craigslist, Facebook are off limits.
Yeah. Hold on. I'd have a friend, so we'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
What was I doing next? This is a very nice red that goes with this printer.
that doesn't look 3D printed.
I know, right?
Oh, what's that?
Oops, I
Is that a Picatinny? Oh, you're muted.
Oh yeah, that would help.
Oh.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, the shipping would be more expensive than me just getting it elsewhere. But yeah, it's Picatinny for his Team Wendy helmet.
Wow, that's a big statue. What was that printed on?
My Peel Poly Forge.
nice.
Oh, you got a forge. Nice.
Let me.
What do you think about it?
I've had no issues with it, really. I got some resin from Jam. I've been trying out, and I have some white resin that pours like glue, and I haven't figured out the settings to get it to work right.
Right. When I get a house, I want to do resin.
I printed
Wait.
the base in a green transparent,
Oh,
and of course I primed it since the model someday might get painted.
oh, I see.
But if you watch my streams all the time, I got more stuff unpainted than I do painted. I got too many hobbies. I do this.
Is that
I do
hollow?
that,
That's
I do
hollow
this.
though, right?
Yeah, it's all been hollowed out.
Yeah,
2.5
I would
mil.
say that's a lot of
2 to
resin.
Yeah, I would never print something like that solid unless I really screwed up. I don't know if
Where
all
do you
the
put the holes?
drain holes on the base or in the bottom, and then let me pull him off. Anyway,
it's a
underneath
it's
his
a
feet, I got
multi-part.
drain
Yeah,
holes
got
in
it.
it. There's drain
Yeah.
holes in his feet. He's glued together in the torso, so there's drain holes there. I have a drain hole on his back right here, and then a whole bunch
Yeah.
underneath.
Okay, so it's a multi-part. Definitely had me fooled.
Yeah, it's just two
So-
parts. But even if it
That's
was
cool.
multiple parts, most designers will put seams where you can't see them. So once you glue
Yeah.
things together, you never see the seams.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
it's really
the problem
cool
with the resin
model.
printing is getting good models that.
It's from Wicked Art Patreon.
It's nice. I actually did the mechanical parts for the backpack printer. The fan shrouds were all resin printed. And because I couldn't get the detail, I couldn't get the tolerances on the Voron out of ABS because of the supports, because there was no like real flat side to it. And the resin printer made such a better job with it, like the yeah. So and also because I have LEDs under the effector.
Justin, switch cameras.
Oh,
The,
sorry.
the LEDs kind of the LEDs actually shine through the clear
Thank you.
resin, and so all I did
Okay.
was I just used a polyurethane spray, a clear coat spray to prevent them from yellowing.
Yes.
But like,
Yeah,
I just
I was told it's best to spray them before you cure them, and then some people say cure in water, but I've never tried it. But I have
And this-
I have my Ghostbuster car, the lights on the roof. I clear coated them before I cured them.
Nice.
it's kind of nice because I mean I like doing clear resin stuff because I just like transparent like plastic stuff, and it's the only thing you can do in resin. So I want to do more experiments with clear resin stuff. But I mean, there's ultra clear now. I think there's some special curing that you have to do, but I think Anycubic makes it, or there's some very special like clear, like it's like a very optically clear resin.
Sunwood has some really nice prices on their resin right now too. It prints great.
Is there any like semi-flexibles now for resin?
Yeah, I had some from Jamhe. I had a part here if I can find it. Well, I can show
it work?
you. I eventually broke it on my live stream, but this model was printed in top half with Thanos and printed some really flexible resin. Flip cameras.
We get flip
Yep.
cameras.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm.
There you
So
go.
this piece right here is a raft. This is flexible.
Okay.
Okay, so
It was a lot bigger, and after I cured it, I was on my live stream last week, and I'm bending on it really hard, and I did break it. But
yeah.
depending on the resin, they do have flexibles. I mean, you can break them, but yeah, it's very flexible.
So
Yeah.
I printed with an ABS like, and the ABS likes do have a little bit of plasticity to them. So I think what they do is they add like some kind of polymizer that kind of adds like a flexible to it. It's just how much you add to it that makes it not
Okay.
like because if you have thin walls and you're peeling off the FEP, it's gonna like wobble. That's the only problem I have with flexibles. Is like supports will just be like wobbly.
Yeah, I've got a cosplay thing that I
that's
got to
cool.
print, and where it's going to be at, it'd be better if it was had some flex, or else it'll just kind of, either be a stab thing, or it'll be a break off thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering like if you could. Somebody was doing a polyurethane cast off of a 3D print, and then they could paint it, paint the polyurethane or something like that. Like somebody had a cosplay like sleeve that was flexible.
Have you seen
Yeah.
these?
Yeah, that was basically the
That's a
the
cool
other
one.
thought was do like a silicone mold or something.
Cool.
We put some like dry lubricant to prevent it from squeaking.
Well, here I can mute my mic.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
funny
cool.
because that's such a 3D printed trait is to have the layer lines
I
scrape
showed that
against
to
each
a
other.
couple people. I'm like, well, how does that work? I said, well, these in the center are actually turning around the ring right here. You just don't see it. And even when I look at it from this close, I can't see them turning, but they are. They slide. This thing is slotted, and they slide. And they do make these with bearings that'd be quieter. This one doesn't have bearings that's
Yeah.
noisy, but yeah, really cool how it works.
That's very cool.
So we're gonna stream for about 10 more minutes. Just a heads up.
Okay,
I have to glue a box. I'm making a shadow box.
my
The
mic's
most
about to
complicated
die.
way possible.
Well, good timing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of
So-
want to do that for my first Revo that I got from the tests. Kind of want to put that on the wall.
Right.
Yeah, we got this foreign kit's also a Revo as well, so I'll have 3
Yeah.
Revos.
Damn.
I think the Cobra Max will be. I probably won't do anything to the Cobra Max. Oh, nice. Which one is that? The Voron one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
ordered
nice.
it without a hot end,
Oh,
and it came with the hot end
the whole
kit.
thing. Nice.
I'm like, well, good thing I bought a Rapido.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the Phaetus Howdens, like, they do have higher flow rates. I mean, since we can't get the high flow rate nozzle yet, but
Right.
I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to compare the high flow Revo versus. Because
Well,
it.
I will tell you this offline, but I can give you an answer for that here in the next week or so.
Okay. Well, that would be good to know before I invest a lot of money into it.
I know that they announced it at Rapid.
Yeah.
And it has. They were saying 40 mil. The flow rate was 40 millimeters a second
Yeah.
cubed.
Which is
which
still
is
good. That's decent.
higher
That's
than
really
the
good.
Mosquito Magnum.
Yeah.
That's
Unless
hot.
you get the Magnum Plus, which is really expensive.
In,
But
yeah, $300. I was looking today, and now
Right.
they have the Magnum Plus Prime, which can do 150, which is nuts.
I think that's kind of like these are like marketing gimmick things though, because it's like
Oh,
in
yeah.
what settings that are they doing that flow rate? Like,
Right.
you know, in what material, what settings, what nozzle? Like, there's a whole bunch of factors that go into it. But like, if the Revo is doing it with the 40 or 60 or whatever they're going to put on the, you know, if they're using the stock heater core, then that would be really respectable.
I'm gonna run, guys.
All right. Thanks,
Take
Tim.
care, Tim. Have a great
See
night.
you
Tim.
later.
Okay,
Thanks
we're
for
just-
hopping in and hanging out.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll catch
Mick,
you guys
you're
a
always
little later.
welcome to hang out on Saturday if you ever want to come by. You're always welcome.
I
Absolutely.
need to have a Saturday where I'm not busy
Yeah, me too.
or
That'll be in
asleep.
a few weeks.
I'm either asleep or busy, or both.
Always.
Busy asleep.
I wish that's my dream life, is have enough automation in my life that I could be asleep and stuff is taken care of for me. The only thing is like mowing the lawn. That's the one thing I do that is exercise. So that's like my one like non hobby related activity I have to do. So
Right.
But,
Well, get one of those old time push lawnmowers where that's a blade and it cuts it, and then you can get out the rake and rake it all up and bag it, and then you'll really be getting a lot of extra, quite a bit of
I've done that once, and I never want to do that ever again. So
Yeah.
I have
Got
an
those
electric
blades
lawnmower
that
that's.
twirl and shred everything.
I have the Ryobi 40 volt, and those are so good. Like, it's such a nice setup. Like, you like one battery. I can do a whole like quarter-acre lot in like one battery. And it's a 6 amp hour like 40 volt. It's pretty. It's a pretty decent, and it's kind of cool is that it actually changes RPM based on load. So if you're going over like a rough, like a thick patch, it'll actually like increase the RPM. Like has like current sensing. I kind of want to take one apart and reverse engineer it, but because I know they're using brushless motors, but I'm wondering what kind of like kV rating they're using. As a BattleBot builder, I want to like make everything a BattleBot, but I was actually thinking like, what's the easiest way to remote control this electric lawnmower so I can put FPV goggles on and like from inside my house I can remote control my lawnmower with FPV. But like it's one of those things I realize because I do automation for a living. I realize when it's a good idea to automate things and when it's not a good idea to automate things. And there's a lot of things that just don't need to be automated.
I wish I could automate my wife to do something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I have a hard time like spending any money on yard equipment.
Yeah, I did too, but like I moved to a house from an apartment, so I never had to deal with it, and so I had nothing, and I didn't want to have to like. I looked at like secondhand. I also looked at just like fixing up an old lawnmower, but like gas lawnmowers just aren't like their electric was not that much more expensive than the gas one.
And the maintenance is zero.
Yeah, and I have no maintenance on it except for like you got to charge a battery and
up in the blade.
You know, like I just from my experience with gas lawnmowers, I just I'm glad I didn't go back to that, but you know, but you're right. I could just do a push lawnmower. You know, they got pretty good ones.
Yeah.
I was kidding. I wasn't being serious.
But I mean, I know you. I've actually used one before, growing up. Like I had to, you know. I think that was one of those like parent punishments where it's like, here, try this, and then you really.
I think it had a little bag on the back of it that was open on the bottom, a metal plate on the bottom of the sides.
I mean, they used those up into like the 60s and 70s. Like those were. Still being used by a lot of people. I think
probably a lot of kids probably lost their fingers, so they banned them.
I got a neighbor that uses them still, and you can still buy them too.
Open blade, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and they're called real mowers, if I remember right.
But the thing is, they probably get dull. I mean, the blades get dull, and then they're harder.
Well, all the blades get dull. If they're a metal blade, you're gonna have to sharpen them at least once every other year.
I don't know how you sharpen it because it's like a curved blade. So
you take it. Like, you take it to a shop that professionally.
And they probably like. It. But now that you have like everything just mass produced, it's not worth. We don't have service people, right? You have.
I mean, we do.
Like the one vacuum repair person in like an entire city area. You have like one person who probably does sewing machines.
Those are combined. Those are combined.
Oh, are they now? Yeah. And what, like, I was gonna repair this electronic keyboard, and I actually ended up fixing it myself, which I thought was really cool. But like, I was trying to look for like who's a keyboard repair person, like for electronic keyboards, because I'm sure somebody has that problem. And really, like, even a Yamaha authorized like rebuilder or something, there's nobody. You got piano stores, but they're gonna just ship it off to Yamaha or sell you another one, like. You know, it's just crazy. Like
it's a throwaway society.
Yeah, and I'm a technician too. I would be a traveling technician, but you know, only on industrial equipment where you can charge $200 an hour. But I mean, even then, it's like, and even then, we were just replacing parts. We weren't really fixing components on site. So
Well, I'm going to run, guys. You have a great night. Talk to you later.
Thanks for
Yeah, good
coming.
to see you,
Gary.
Larry.
Take care. Bye bye.
I was gonna actually. Oh, now I got you guys on there. So I want to print all the Voron parts on my Artemis Delta, and I was thinking about just doing like a jerry-rigged, Barnacles rigged, like enclosure for my Delta printer out of cardboard.
Do it. You'd be
I mean, with that, I mean that's good enough, right? I mean, you don't need like a full enclosure.
If you can
I
get
could get saran wrap and
you
saran wrap my
see,
whole printer.
I would honestly either do that or get
sheet?
a roll. Get a roll
No,
of-
that's foam board on top of my rail core. That's behind another printer. But,
Oh, I see.
but yeah, foam board. It's like $1 a sheet, and I just used masking tape.
It's kind of it's funny because the Artemis is like built to be enclosed. Like the carriages and the rails are inside the towers. So if I like basically if I just have the panels just slightly offset from those towers, it would actually fully enclose. The only problem is that whip, that extruder whip, I'm basically gonna ditch that pretty soon, I think, and start doing a direct drive because that would make this so much better. Because the filament spool's on the side, but what I could do is I can mount the filament spool on the top and actually have the filament and everything fully enclosed in there. But the wires go through the tower, so I can actually take the wires and run them from the carriage up, like put a hole from the top of the carriage to the extruder. I mean, Delta printers are really easy to work on, and that's why I don't understand why people don't build them, because they're actually like they're super solid if you design them to be solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the old row stocks are kind of janky, but there's some row stock V1s and V2s that people are still using right now.
Oh yeah.
And Cossels, like I don't think anybody gets rid of their Cossel, but there are some like Cossels that are in pieces.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like an old guy talking about. Yeah, back in my day, we had we had row stocks and Cossels, and
we're gonna talk about that in about 20 years.
Yeah, I feel like
Nero did that for Mando Armor. He just jerry-rigged an enclosure on his V400. Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It's not really that hard.
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Actually, I mean, I want something elegant. If I'm gonna actually like justify not building a 2.4 and keeping that Delta printer, then I want to make it good as
order yourself a roll of Reflectix, the metal, like Reflectix insulation stuff. It's like $20. Wrap the printer in it, and you're done.
I could do ACM as well. ACM
materials. Yeah, you could. It's gonna be more expensive, but if you do Reflectix, it reflects the heat back. So I added it to my Big Voron, and I can get my Big Voron. It's right now sitting at 56C internal.
Oh, is it just a film that goes on your acrylic?
It's not a film. It's literally like an insulation, basically.
Oh, like a foil.
It's like a thick foil insulation, and
I think I got a really thick version of that.
Yeah.
Do you recommend like the beetle mat, like the stuff for car deadening? Because that's also reflective as well.
Well, that could probably work.
It would work, but I don't recommend for that.
It'd make my printer really quiet. I wouldn't even hear it.
Oh yeah. Silent. How to make a printer silent?
So that Delta, the only reason it's loud is just because the it's a steel enclosure, top and bottom, and I think it reflects the. Also, this has like, I think it's almost a meter long linear rails on these towers. The whole printer is like a meter tall, so I think it's like 800 or so millimeters. Like it's a big Delta printer, but so I do want to build. My ultimate goal is to build a 1 meter diameter Delta.
Nice. That's a big printer.
So
and you're talking
I'm looking
build
at it.
plate or the outside frame?
No, build plate.
Jesus.
1 meter.
Kind of
because I remember like the Part Daddy, the CNC Part Daddy.
Yep.
You'd go to shows and see the 16 tall. I think it was 16 or 20 foot tall. They had like different variations, but
Mhm.
like that was the center of Murph, right? Was
Right.
that part daddy? And there was another guy that had a Delta that had like it actually could change its height based on, it would actually move the build plate independently of the towers.
Right.
And he had it at Murph and Earth, I think. And he fit the whole thing in his Prius. I remember that. I forgot that guy's name. I'm so bad at names, but the thing was, so if I basically how you build a giant Delta printer is I wanted to build it kind of like I'm building my CNC. It would be steel tube, like 25 millimeter linear rail or 30 millimeter linear rail. So like heavy duty linear rail, and I could either do it with ball screws. The only thing I would worry about is ball screw whip. So ball screw whip would be a problem at that length. I think if I constrain it top and bottom, and if you get it the right thickness, it doesn't have whip depending on your length. So if I'm only doing, if the carriages only have to move a meter, length of each one, because it would be a 2 meter tall Delta printer by 1 meter area. So the goal is that I can make a 1 meter tall by 1 meter diameter print volume, and the goal of that for me is I want to be able to make like full size furniture, like pieces and sculptures and like stuff that I can actually sell and rent out and like use as prototyping and stuff. So and that could also be full enclosed as well. Like it wouldn't be hard, but to heat a meter diameter build plate is a whole nother story. So I'd probably start with a cold. I'd start with a cold bed and just do PLA. But I'm also looking, if I do it something that big, I would probably start using a 2.85 millimeter filament and use a high flow nozzle at like 1.2 or more.
Makes sense.
So
feed in 3 different 1.75.
Yeah. Actually, that's a great idea. Yeah, like a diamond hot end that had have like a 3 millimeter diameter nozzle with 3 1.75s combined.
Nice.
To a giant heat chamber.
There you go.
I mean, so the part daddy was a pellet extruder. Is a pellet extruder. So it actually had a vacuum cleaner on the on the effector that would suck up pellets from the trash can that they had it in. And then it had a giant like stepper. The stepper was like massive, like a NEMA 34 or 37 stepper. And I mean, it had an auger. Like the whole auger system was probably like at least a foot long or something. And he had, I mean, the whole thing was wrapped in insulation tape and nichrome. And then the part cooling fan was actually like a desk fan. Like it was a desk fan mounted to the carriage.
We got a Zura. Well, Zura hops in just in time to end the stream in 15 minutes. Hey Zura, how are you, sir?
How are you feeling?
I'm
recovering.
feeling a lot better now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you partied too hard. That was the problem.
No, we figured out what happened, didn't we, Zura?
Yes, we did.
Damn microphones.
Damn microphones.
It was all that sharing the bottle of rum that did it, right?
Yeah, evening rum party, right?
Oh man, like at Murph, after party at Murph, we were like doing the slap the bag thing and all that stuff, like
and
like,
we never, Mitch, we haven't done our table.
Yeah, we were gonna build a replica table for Murph.
So this year, let's see if we can get Zach to loan us his 3D scanner.
Oh yes, we're gonna actually 3D scan that table. Watch we go to that Hampton Inn and it's gonna be gone. They're gonna be like, it was broken. It was broken, so they threw it out. And they're like, no, we could have had the table.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee they're gonna. I guarantee it. It's gonna be hilarious.
So Zura, you were at Murph, right? You were at one
Nope,
of the Murphs?
I have never been to Murph.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he wants to though.
Is that a chocobo on your hat?
It is.
Nice. Did you stitch that?
No, a friend of mine did. I have it as a baseball hat, and I have it as a winter hat.
Nice.
Are you a big Final Fantasy fan?
No. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, we're friends.
What
now.
is that from?
Instant friends.
That's a Red Mage rapier from 14.
Nice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend's costume. And that's actually the thing that I need the semi-flexible resin for.
Yeah, I'm not a. I only remember watching my friends play Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation. Like,
Yeah.
I remember it because they had 2 CDs. You had to swap the CDs out.
2.
Yeah, that was old school.
I think there was like 3.
Onyx
Was it
comes
3?
Back.
All depends on which one.
Yeah, I mean they were great games for like '97 when it was like like the graphics were good, but now you look back and you're like, oh, gross.
Right?
But now they have like their like 4th remake of Final Fantasy VII now. It's like they keep remaking it for every
Well,
system.
they've ran out of ideas, so
Yeah.
Oh, how about the Final Fantasy movie? What do you think about that? The one from like the late '90s.
The Advent Children movie.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I just remember it being like a big CGI like masterpiece.
I think that was Advent Children.
Yeah.
You know, I of course watched it. I don't recall whether I liked it or not.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad enough for me to be like, yeah, no, don't watch it. But it wasn't like, oh my god, you have to see this.
I think it really kind of. I think those games actually kind of made like JRPGs mainstream in the U.S. Like, I don't think.
yeah.
I think it was one of the first ones to really do it. Besides, because the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies were pretty good, when I remember.
I mean, I've played them all, except for I think it was like 10-2.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a piece that's like this. But I got a 3D print. It's gonna be kind of a little bit chunkier, but.
Oh, for the Focus.
No, it's for the costume. There's a few pieces on the costume itself. This comes off like a chain.
Is she doing like Alize or something?
Possibly. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
There's actually a RPG game that's similar in that fashion of Final Fantasy, but is older and has more games.
You mean Dragon Warrior?
Dragon Warrior might be in there too. Tales of.
Oh yeah, the Tales series.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned Chocobo, so I took these down off my speaker above my desk.
Oh, nice.
Those are cute.
Yeah, we're actually going to FanFest at the end of July.
I did not win a ticket.
Where is FanFest?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, Vegas. That sounds fun.
Yeah. That was one of those trips. Like I told my wife, if I win a ticket, I'm going, and she's like,
Yeah.
if you're going, you have to take your son. And I'm like,
Nice.
well, I don't know if I can win 2 tickets.
Well, if you win, you're able to order more than one, I believe.
Yeah, I
think you can
wasn't
order
sure
2.
what it was.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm going is she was able to. She got in the lottery and won, and
Yeah.
Yeah, at Comic-Con, right? It's like a big one.
This is exclusively for Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Final
Cool.
Fantasy 14 to be exact.
oh, is
Why
it just 14? I thought it was just.
FanFest is exclusively 14.
Oh,
Dang.
That's kind of crazy. You'd have a fandom that has to exclude like one specific game.
So 14 is their second online MMO.
Oh, so they're promoting that probably.
It's been a phenomenal success. They've won all kinds
Yeah.
of awards. They get all kinds of commercials.
well,
you know,
after they redid the first part of the game,
yeah,
the initial release wasn't taken very well.
no, and I've actually been playing since then.
Yeah.
I sadly was not playing at the time of the servers shutting down, so I don't have like the 2 bonuses of a legacy account. My character has the tattoo on the back of their neck because it's a legacy character, but it doesn't have the I don't have the discounted rate for my subscription, and I don't have the exclusive Gobu mount that you got if you were playing up until the end of days. So
how about that Fallout 76 convention? Are they gonna have one of those?
I don't know, man.
That was a
Fallout.
joke, but
Yeah,
there's
I know.
quite a few people that play it now. Like I think since they fixed it, a lot
So-
of the things.
The problem with Fallout is that half the fun was exploiting glitches.
Yeah, I mean most Bethesda games are basically more fun with mods
yeah,
than it is without it.
It's kind of like having a Game Genie on the original Nintendo as a kid. You know, it's like what can you figure out? What can you get? You know, just how can you change the game?
Right. Zura, again, I want to thank you for everything at the event.
Yeah, no problem, man. It was fun. I got more steps in than I usually do.
Yeah. What'd you end up on steps? I don't remember.
Do you want to know each individual day or over
Yeah,
all three?
I mean, I did the most on Friday.
Yeah, hold on, let me.
I kind of now I really need to figure out what my steps were, especially with the printer on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I need a mileage tracker on this thing. That's a great idea.
There you go. That'd be great.
Because I guarantee you, I probably have on this frame Murph, Remurf. Two event, 4 events, 5. So this would be the 5th event, I think.
Dang.
I've taken this one too.
Wow.
I mean, if all of them are about the size of Murph, I probably have. I have at least a couple miles, at least 10 miles or so with it on.
And next year it'll be just even bigger for us.
Yeah.
So,
ridiculous.
So now I can bring my one wheel and ride around the.
I'm getting Fabrico's gonna buy me a Segway.
A Segway, yeah.
That you don't have to hold, you just kind of guide around with the party.
And that's probably good for that event. The one wheel is a little too. I'm kind of squirrely for a crowded event. A Segway is a little bit more stable.
Right.
Yeah, that would be fun.
So
maybe I could get a mobile printer that isn't on the backpack. That's my other goal.
There you go.
A remote control printer.
Right.
Yeah, you just do an R2D2 with
well,
like data.
I mean, that was
open the center. And...
that's kind of my goal. That's kind of my goal with the V0. That was my original goal, and then I ended up just upgrading the backpack printer. But I was and probably still am gonna do a remote control platform for the V0.
Nice.
Because the big thing of the remote control part is I can put a whole bunch of batteries in it.
Oh yeah.
And the more batteries, the less I have to deal with.
RC
That's why I was really happy to find these lithium iron phosphates. I never had to really worry about charging the batteries because they were constantly ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think for mobile printing, I'm figuring out the good combination of mobility versus complication.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it as simple as I can without going super complicated.
This thing's getting heavy.
So so I've seen the Trident, and I know it's a 3-belt system. There's 3 linear rods.
Yep. So 3. What? Just a standard 2-belt.
How is the bed coupled to the carriages?
It will be coupled with. So normally it's a printed part, but I went and bought
the machine one.
I got the kinematics.
Yeah, so they're machines, ball bearing.
Yeah, because I have them on the V24.
Do you know who makes those?
Whopping Pochard. Well,
okay.
LLW, but I get them off Fabrico. So some kind of mount.
So it's like a laser cut part. And
no, it's steel. It's heavy. It's not heavy. It's aluminum, but this.
But it's like a laser cut steel part, yeah.
And that'll carry the bed.
But it still has to have a kinematic bed coupling because
that's what's in this bag.
Yeah, so it's like a ball bearing or they have some kind of
it's a ball bearing
coupler.
This bed is insane.
What's funny is you're doing the opposite of what a Delta printer does.
Oh yeah.
The Delta printer has universal joints and 3 points, and you're doing the same thing with a bed. The only difference is that the head is moving constantly instead of the bed moving constantly.
So on my 2.4, when I built it, they did not have 9mm bed plates.
Oh my god, that's massive!
Look at that thing.
That thing's half the weight of the printer is the bed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's massive. So it'll just. And it's
how many watts is that? Does it
600 watt and an edge-to-edge heater too.
Yeah, that's
all pre-wired.
Is that mains or 24 volts?
This will be mains off an SSR.
Okay, good.
So that's
that'll
what
be
most
quick.
of the Vorons do, except I think the 2.4.
Yeah,
Not
my
2.4,
big Delta
2.0.
has a mains power, and I can
Yeah.
get that thing up pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Well, with the one with this bed, you don't have to heat it at a percentage. Just heat it and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things I'm finding out with this bed because it's the LGO bed that's
Mhm.
super thick.
Yep.
As I'm
You're
not like
not
I'm not giving it all the beans, but I'm giving it more beans.
80. Yeah, I give my Voron about 65%.
Are you
But
talking
I'm
about
gonna-
GD cycle?
It's whatever
Power
the percentage is.
minimum. Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever
yeah. Because on the V0 it doesn't matter. You can just full
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's tiny.
go.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the rail core it just gives it all the beans, and this I
Mhm.
give it 70%.
I need to order a new bed for my 2.4 once this is up.
What's
And-
the mini Trident? There's like a mini version of the Trident.
You're
Forgot.
thinking
Salad
of
fork?
Micron, aren't you?
The
Oh yeah,
Micron,
Salad
yeah.
Fork. Micron's a mini
Salad
version
fork,
of
yeah.
the 2.4.
Yeah, yeah.
And Salad Fork
Which
is
to me just seems like stupid, but the
Well,
salad fork
well,
seems
even
more
more.
reasonable.
I mean, the Micron's awesome. I would love to build a
Yeah.
Micron.
So
Absolutely.
I went from talking to Mall Cop from the Voron team,
Right,
and I was gonna order a Trident kit
Mhm.
from Fabrico.
right.
To I then won the printed parts for a
I
2.4.
remember, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right,
Which
well,
is
I guess
awesome.
I'm building a 2.4.
Yeah.
Yep.
My friend Peter also got a parts kit. I don't know if he's actually going to build one, but he also picked up what is the Micro Swiss extruder
MG?
that's really cool. Yeah, he
Right.
got one of those for the Creality.
Nice.
Nice.
For the
MG
CR10. With the Revo, yeah, the Revo one.
Very nice.
So I was talking to him today about how he's gonna do the wiring because apparently I guess you just solder you use quick connects or splices, and I was talking to him like he's gonna try to make I'm encouraging him to sell this kit because it's basically a breakout board for a USB Type C connector to have power, motor, everything, thermistor all through a USB Type C. Which
I mean, there's
I
definitely
don't-
enough pins for it.
there's enough current because you can do PD, so I mean the power can handle it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
if
mean,
you
you'd have
could
to
do a
make sure you have a
breakout.
PD rated cable because they're
Well, yeah,
always
obviously you get a good USB C cable, but like, how much easier it would be to use one single USB C for a hot end assembly?
yeah.
I mean, he was talking about Ethernet. I'm like, you could do that, but like Cat 6 has a pretty high rating, but like you still have the problem of having like thin gauge wire
Yeah.
Yeah.
and twisted
Well,
pair.
And
Not only
flexing.
that, yeah, I was gonna say the flexing, and then you got to worry about if you're
Yeah.
using solid copper or copper clad aluminum or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm using Cat 5e for my CNC, but I don't think I have to really worry about it because I have a pretty long, cable chain like radius. So
Yeah, I mean, if you're
So I
just
can
doing data,
yeah,
it's
just low
one thing.
signal.
But if you're actually shooting power over it as well, you
Yeah,
do
you don't
not
wanna
want
flex
the
it.
copper clad aluminum, and you don't want to be flexing it a whole lot.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here. I gotta hop
Cool.
off.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shane.
Take care.
See you.
Nice meeting you.
Yep, nice meeting you. Good luck,
What do we
everyone.
have left on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nobody's chatting.
No, it's dead. There's 4 people, so we'll cut it out here in a minute. But
Okay, let's raid a zombie and
Yeah, I'm gonna.
mess
Give me a
with
sec
him.
to get this off my table.
Let me give you my steps here real quick, Justin.
Yeah, you're good. When we sign out anyway, it'll keep us in
Okay.
back. So, so I'll show off where I'm at. I jumped a bunch of steps because I'm waiting on a whole plate of printed parts. But I thought I'd get a bunch done, right? Oh, look at this thing. So there's my nice red accent. I've got my linear rails.
So you're just doing red and blue?
There'll be a silver for my accent,
Nice.
but I don't know how much of it I'll have. But
It does
Oh,
look
I
pretty simple, like the carriage
Yep.
setup,
I mean, it's the same as the 2.4, realistically.
similar
Very,
to the
very
V0 too.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just them being 12, which I love this preload. Like, very, very firm preload. Which I need to add some grease to. Where's my grease gun?
Yeah, I know you're supposed to like lubricate or clean
Yep.
and lubricate them before you put
Yeah,
them on.
they come. The honey badgers actually come lubricated,
Oh, okay.
but when you clean them, because I always clean them, you have to.
What's a
add
honey badger? What do you call it?
Honey Badger. Yeah, that's Fabrico's weird
version
brand
of
of
the
sorts.
Warren kit, or
Kind of.
It's just like their series of parts.
oh,
Yep.
I got it.
I think him and Edge of 3D.
Well, I was wondering like where he's probably sourcing it from another
I don't know.
Chinese company, probably.
That I
Say.
don't know.
Because Zeltec also sells
Yeah.
linear rods that are supposed to be like quality controlled.
I use linear. I have Ziltech on this printer,
Okay.
so they're okay. They're not the best thing,
Yeah.
but they
I mean,
work.
it's hit or miss. Like I have some AliExpress MGN9s that was, or
Yeah.
MGN9s that I was gonna put on a Delta printer. I might still do that, but like they were okay, but they're definitely like you could feel they're gritty out of the box. So you pretty much take them apart and take all the balls out of them and clean them with ultrasonic and put the balls back in. If the rails haven't rusted yet, but they have that goop, that Chinese goop that they put on it. I don't know what it is.
right.
It's just something so it doesn't oxidize while it's in storage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the CNC machine I have too has like those 25mm or 30mm carriages
Yeah.
and rails, and like they have, I basically on those I have Zerk fittings, so I can pump. I'm pumping white lithium grease on those,
Nice.
but they don't have to move as fast as you're moving the Voron. So like
Right.
on the Voron you don't want to use thinner lubricant. I don't
Yeah,
know why they don't use like
Mobile X
graphite.
EP2.
But like
That's
a
what
really low viscosity.
Yeah, it's like almost automotive. It's basically automotive grease.
I use a 3-in-1 oil on my Delta printer.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bottle that I got somewhere that has
Nice.
some. I think it's the same stuff that's in, like used for gun oil, like
Mhm.
that really thin lubricant.
Sounds about right.
But like I remember using like what's the Super Lube, that silicone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
That's-
use.
That's not good for linear rails.
It's not good for linear rails, but it's good
No,
for
it's
like
great for rods. Absolutely.
rods and any kind of not V wheels, but you know like
Yeah.
Marlin.
Yeah, like my the LM8UU bearings.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
Prussians.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like that I am having to do, like, I'm still using V wheels on the backpack printer,
Right.
and I don't really have a good solution for how I'm gonna make that better. But I ordered aluminum carriages, so I'm replacing these plastic housings with aluminum V wheel rollers. So I think it's just gonna stay V wheel because it's been working, and it, you know, like why fix it when it's not broken? But
Right.
If it's
yeah,
not
like-
broken, fix it until it is.
yeah.
That's
Well, that's
what I
kind
do.
of that's how the backpack printer has been. But like, I'm realizing keep it simple. Like, you know, fix one little thing at a time until
Before I
you know.
forget, Zero, you're in Cleveland, right?
Yep,
Do you know of a person named Matthew On?
I do not.
He is a public defender for. Oh God, what is he? So my cousins and
I think
uncle.
you're gonna dock somebody.
No.
You want to take this private?
Yeah,
Yeah.
private. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. We'll see everyone later, and hopefully I can edit that out. He's a
Yeah.
lawyer, so whoops. All good. He'll understand. Thanks to anyone for hanging out, and we'll see you maybe next week.
Yep.
And broadcast. Clickety click.